Here we go.
Spooky clowns scare me. It's October Scarefest. Wow, 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 wow. You are listening to Stick Drift, a bi-weekly spooky show
Oh.
where we talk about the world of video games and the culture surrounding them. My name is Power Glover, and with me, as always and forever, is Noah Rita.
That's me.
That's him. If you like this pod or you hate this pod, please would you rate this pod? Follow the rule of cool and leave a like on that mic. You can find us on YouTube at StickDriftPodYT, on Twitter/X at StickDriftYT, and lastly on our Facebook page, which I need to update still. Don't go there yet. Stick Drift.
Don't go
Also
there,
on
guys.
Spotify. Yeah, listen to these rules. Anyway, we're also on Spotify. Each of our content has its own channel like Tape Stuck. So for a specific podcast, please subscribe to each to make sure you get the newest audio content in your feed. Noah, you feeling a little happy? I'm feeling a little happy.
You sound like a Discord moderator there. You're like, we have a few rules.
Yeah, you get like the landing page, and they're just like, so we have a couple ground rules to go over.
First rule: no women allowed.
If you are a woman, that is actually super woke. We won't be females. People of the female perspective.
Females, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we my buddies and I we knew a guy in college who he would always call women females. He would never call them women. He would always call them females. It was the weirdest thing. And like the women around him would be like, "Hey, don't call us that. Please stop. That's really weird. Please stop calling us females." He's like, "What are you talking about? That's what you are. You're females." It's like, that's a weird way to put it, dude. Just be normal. Be normal, please.
And then you're like, oh, you're an asshole. We're gonna call you that from now on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because that's what you are, right? Yeah. It's so weird. Oh my gosh, people are funny. People are so funny.
People are hilarious. They're hilarious. But yeah, this is yet another one of these. We've almost hit the milestone of 25 of them, so we're steadily getting there. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been too many video games. I've been so busy playing video games.
Yeah.
I've been watching some things which we'll get into because it's spooky month, but I feel like I've just been buying video games and going like, I bought this now, I need to get to it.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah. So I mean, I just yesterday I had some extra cash and I was like, what am I gonna get? I'm like, oh, the 6 things I forgot came out that I need to actually get so I can talk about it. So
Insane.
I ended up doing something like that. I know. They were all super pricey, but I did buy that Pokemon, so that's a hefty charge right there. But I kind of wanted to talk about that at the top a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I got the Pokemon game coming physical through Best Buy tomorrow, or it's shipping tomorrow. It'll be here Friday.
Okay.
So.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I can out tonight digitally for sure. I think, right?
Did it?
So it should be out in like I think it's out at 11 our time. So
okay. I'll be playing that thing Friday. So.
Yeah. I won't tell you any spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah, I'll be getting like a TCG playmat for that thing as well. So that'll be cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I play a lot of TCGs, so that's like, I don't play the Pokemon TCG, but I like Pokemon and I like having more playmats to. I take my nephews to go play at a card shop a lot, and so I have 3 nephews that I'm taking, and so just having more like playmats to just like toss out to them is nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a brief stint on the pod where we were playing a lot of TCG Pocket for Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And that sickness has left us. So.
Yeah. I'm not really too interested in that thing. It's at the point where I don't really know what's going on in that game, and it feels prohibitively like there's too much that I missed. I just don't think I could go back to that thing now.
Yeah. It's like, how would you come back? You know what I mean? Like they would have, like if they had like a tandem pack release for like this game that's coming out ZA, then maybe I'd be like, okay, I'll take a look at this. Pokemon's on the brain.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah, it's just easier for me, like with like keeping up with like physical TCGs like Magic and YunYun Arena. Those are the two that I play. So
for sure. And we'll get into the magic of it all here pretty soon in the games portion because
yeah,
Noah's been bringing around some cards, right? He's been
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so this isn't really the topic, not really, because we do have a topic, but I wanted to talk about that Pokemon League. Have you seen that thing? Oh my gosh! Like
I've
they just
briefly, yeah, I looked at what you sent in that group chat, and
okay. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that so I don't like know stuff, but I'm like, yeah, um, yeah, it seems cool. I yeah, I don't know about that codename Seed thing. That seems pretty interesting. I like all those regions:
Yeah.
Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh. So it's all great.
Yeah.
Um,
For the listener, it's basically a huge Pokemon League happened this week alongside kind of the release of ZA. And the biggest piece of news, I think, was the multi-region Pokemon game league
yeah,
called Project Seed or something like that, which is basically the idea of Gen 2, where it spans multiple regions and
yeah.
continents.
That's how they should have done those games. Like
Yeah.
from like Gen 3, like cutting out the other two regions like that. I think like in an alternate universe where like they somehow fit Kanto and Johto in Gen 3, like that would have been just immaculate. Like that game would have been immaculate. I mean people still like those
Yeah.
games. I think those games are all right. They're kind of the weakest, some of the weakest entries I think in like the old gen Pokemon. But
Yeah.
they do a good job of trying to like soft reboot the series, I think, because they do force you to like play with a lot of like new Pokemon in Gen 3. I just think that Pokemon Black and White did that a bit more elegantly, in my opinion. Like basically forcing you to be like, no, you're actually only using these ones till you beat the game. So
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I'm ready to get swept away by another Pokemon game, and it sounds like
yeah,
this one
there's a
after
lot.
the review.
It seems like yeah. The new one is looking great, and I think that what they have in the pipeline seems interesting. If this is like a like actual leak, and if plans don't change, which they can always change, but
Hmm.
especially in
And
reaction
that's
to
something we
leaks.
talked
So
right, and something we talked about a little bit before we jumped on here was the Black and White remakes not being in development at all.
mm,
What was your take on that?
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of okay with that because I don't think that those games would be very good as remakes. Like we saw what they did with the Gen 4 remakes, and I just would hate to see Gen 5 butchered like that. So
Hmm. For sure. Yeah, yeah, I
I'd
think
love
I'm
to
with you
see a
on that.
Legends game in Unova, but like I'm not a big fan of Kalos. It's probably like for me the weakest region, but
Well, the entire idea about Unova was that it was an entirely new decks, right? Pretty much, or very expansive decks where they add a bunch of Pokemon,
yeah.
right?
So so Black and White were like yeah they added a lot of Pokemon and they made you play with the new Pokemon only until you beat the Elite Four basically and the champion. And then in the post game you could get the old ones. But then they did Black and White 2, and that kind of was more like the traditional, like, yeah, you get the new ones, but you can also get like you can get like a Riolu like right out the gate, and you can get like some pretty good stuff right out the gate. So you can get some fan favorites right out of the gate. That one's kind of like the it, it's their reaction to a lot of fans not liking what they did in Black and White, forcing people to use the new ones. They're like, okay, well, we'll go the complete opposite direction and let you use some of the like most popular ones right out the gate instead of like giving you
Mm.
like rats and birds. We're gonna just gonna give you a Riolu. Like you can just go catch Riolu right out the gate.
Yeah.
And then just kind of after that, like every game after has just been like, yeah, Gen 6, we'll give you a starter, and then we'll also give you a Kanto starter. And then we'll also give you a Mega Lucario, like 4 gens in, or 4 gyms into the game. So that one kind of swarms you with like fan favorite Pokemon. It's kind of ridiculous, but I like Gen 7 quite a bit. Sun and Moon. I played through Pokemon Moon. Yeah, I like that one. And I liked Gen 8, Sword and Shield, quite a bit. I played quite a lot of that game. And then I like Gen 9 quite a bit too. I played a lot of Gen 9. So
yeah, it's a Pokemon season here, which I mean a few buddies of ours are definitely getting it. So there is trainer battling in this one, right? I thought there was, right? Like player versus player. I think there's a little bit of that. Maybe no, I don't know. I could have sworn there would be.
Don't know. There might be a little bit. I think there's a little bit compared to the other Legends game, which had none of that. For like player versus player. But yeah, that first one was kind of more focused on the catching of Pokemon. I don't think you quite catch Pokemon in this one like you did in that one. I don't really know much about this new one, to be honest. I know that they changed the battle system completely to be more like a positioning style battle system. You have to you actually guide your Pokemon around to try and dodge attacks. So kind of interesting.
Yeah.
They're expanding on that idea of the action RPG genre that they had in Legends Arceus, with your player character being sort of your action RPG component, right? Because you had those fights where you were doing the action RPG movement with just your character and throwing things at Pokemon to try and stun them. But they're trying to expand on that idea and make it to where you're actually moving your Pokemon around. So that seems pretty interesting, but I don't know where the catching mechanics are in this one, how close they are in terms of are they gonna be Legends, or are they gonna be traditional? I don't really know.
Right. Yeah, I like the idea of the dynamic movement in this new one. You're moving a lot as a trainer, which is a cool idea, and it's real time. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, I think it's a cool idea all around. It seems like it's the Legends game that came before this, Arceus, was it was my favorite of the new Pokemon games. I think it's just an excellent game.
Yeah.
It was just fun because of how immediate everything was.
Yep.
Sniping a Pokemon in the grass.
Never. I got that game on release. I played a good amount of it, and then I kind of fell off that thing. I couldn't get hooked on it. But then after playing Scarlet and Violet, I went back to that thing, and I think that thing is really, really good. I've since beat that thing. I've completed the Pokédex in that thing.
Yeah, I got the Pokédex done in that and in Scarlet and Violet.
So you got the Arceus then from that?
I did. Nice, I did get the Arceus from that. If I ever wanted to do that again, I would have to get. I made the Switch error where I forgot to port all my Pokemon stuff, which sucks. But I love those games, so I'll probably play through them again at some point. I'll get all those.
I actually ended up with 2 Arceuses from that, because you catch the Arceus in Legends, and then you can go to your save file in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and you can if you have the the national decks, I don't think you have to catch them all, but you just have to have seen all the Pokemon in the national decks. Then you can do the actual spear pillar event or whatever it's called, where you go up the staircase and you encounter the Arceus up that staircase to Arceus Heaven or whatever. So then you get to catch another Arceus in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Yep.
Oh, okay.
For having that save data from Legends Arceus. Yep.
That's pretty sick. I like it when they have those shared like grants from
Yep.
each game.
Yep.
That's cool.
They're
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, you have both these games, you've completed both these games. Have 2 Arceus.
Yeah, that's sick. And then you just put it in your Pokemon Home, and you're like, I got 2 Arceus.
Yeah, I got 2 Arceus. Yep. I had something fun to tell people. Like, yeah, I got 2 Arceus. Yep.
Yeah. The thing about me and playing Pokemon is I can sit and play a game for a long time. If I get into a Pokemon game, I will play 10 to 12 hours of it. Like it is
Yeah.
insane how much I play those games on release. Like just not like nonstop. I'll just play. And then like it's one of those things where like I see time go by and I'm like, "Oh my god, what time is it?" That's the
Yeah.
sort of stuff I do. Like I remember playing Arceus like deep into the night constantly.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was awesome. I'm excited to do that
Yeah.
again. I'm not as familiar with X and Y. I never finished X and Y.
I never did
So
either.
I'm
Yeah, I couldn't.
okay.
I tried it several times. The games just threw too many like Pokemon at me, and I was like, I don't know. In the story and characters just didn't really grip me, and I was just like,
That's what it was for me.
It was just it was like so like of much of like whiplash from like going from Gen 5 to Gen 6. Like Gen 5 is like serious stakes all the time, like crazy stuff is happening in that world, and then like the sprite work is like the best Pokemon's ever been, like they mastered the craft of sprite work. And then like they're like, oh, we have to go to 3D because everyone else is going to 3D. So here's our 3D models that they're 3DS 3D models. They look like PS2 models.
Yeah, you go from all that like you said high stake stuff to I'm making friends in French Pokemon world.
Yeah.
This is kind of lame. Yeah.
Take me back to America. I mean, Unova.
Yeah, get your baguettes out of here. I don't want none of that French crap.
I do love the Braviary, the eagle Pokemon that's in Unova.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, Braviary in Legends is great too. I love it. He's like move based. So.
Yeah, they have the new one. Yeah, the psychic one. Yep.
Yep. You can also catch one and actually use a Braviary, but there's like the mount,
Yeah.
So yeah, Legends is so good. I love Legends.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Pokemon. Well, that's going to be the big game next week. We're gonna have our buddy Slade back on to talk about that, since he'll be playing a large amount of that too. So
yeah, it looks like they do have link battles in the Legends CA. They have 4-player link battles, so 4 people can.
Wow.
Yep, 4 people can connect, and
I wonder how that's gonna work.
Yeah, it's a free for all type of thing. It looks like, and you just kind of try and knock out each other's Pokemon. So.
Yeah, before we move to the games portion, the wild areas in this game are cool because they're like time based, and you like try to beat as many trainers as you can during a time limit, like during like a set limit, and it'll like grade you on your performance and stuff. It's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that comes out tonight / tomorrow, and this week we will be playing a bunch of that, and we'll come back with our findings. So, look out for that next pod. So. Yeah, we're going to continue on with the trend of last podcast. We're going to do the game block, where we're mixing everything up. We're mixing old, we're mixing new, we're mixing all of it. So, we were talking a little bit about this before we jumped on Pathologic. So that's in your top games ever.
Yes,
you love
I love that game.
Remind the people what you think about Pathologic before I kind of talk about a little bit of the time I played with it.
Yeah, it is one of the most surreal like survival it's like sim games. Like it is like the simmiest of like survival sim games you can get. Like
yeah.
There's another word that I'm trying to think of, but I can't even.
It's like immersive sim, maybe?
Immersive sim. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it is like the most like survival like oriented of like an immersive sim you can get, but it is very much an immersive sim. You have to like immerse yourself in that game world in order to get through that thing, and it is very you have to know the rules of that game to get through that game. Because otherwise you just will not make any progress in that thing. But the world of that game and like the characters and like just like the soundtrack of that thing, like everything about that game, the art style, it's just so like so immaculate to me. Like I love that thing. Like the gameplay is like definitely the weakest point of that thing. But like I love that experience. And like yeah, the way that thing unravels is just insane. And like yeah, just that setting of like the like surrealist like steppe region is like really really cool to see actualized. So
Yeah, it's like Eastern Bloc Village, like Fisher Village or something.
yeah.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, I like the vibe of it. Yeah, I played about an hour of it a couple weeks ago. We'll call it. I
Mm.
think in the middle of last podcast and this one. And yeah, I heard you extol its virtues, and I'm like, I need to check this thing out. So I had it on Steam for a while. I was like, okay, I'll take a look at this. It's an old game, so it runs pretty well. It's not very demanding. But yeah, just like it's funny. You walk out of the main door, and there's like two tutorial characters that talk to you, like in weird, like highfalutin tones, I guess,
Mm.
where they're talking directly to you as the
Yep.
player and not as the character, which is
Yep.
kind of interesting. Um, and the setup is, and you can listen to a couple of podcasts back where Noah talks about it. Um, it's like a stage play, at least initially, with the
Mm-hmm.
characters, right? And it's interesting to see, like, oh, you can pick between these characters, but you can't. You really can't. There's like
There's
you
an
kind of play your
order
own.
you do those in,
Yeah.
and it makes the game makes a lot more sense because you have to do those things in that order. So
And that's how they intend you to play it. So like
yes,
it's basically the three characters talking on a stage, and they're all like, "Oh, I can handle this problem better than you can," this and that, and basically you play two men and a woman,
yeah.
and they all have a different part to play in the story, like
That
a different kind of different realities, honestly.
yes, yes, they have different realities, and they have different associations with this
Yes,
world and with this town specifically, and so that's why they put you in the shoes of the outsider first, so that you because you the player are an outsider as well, and so
yeah,
it makes more sense to like introduce you to this world as an outsider character, and that way once you get through that character's campaign, um then when you're going to like one of the the characters that are you know familiar with this world, with this town, then you're not an outsider anymore. You the player are part of this world, and so then you can actually like do the role playing as those two characters properly, basically.
yeah,
So
yeah, and it's interesting. Like, so they made Pathologic 2, right?
yeah.
And they were trying to remake the first one here. But the interesting thing is they narrowed down the paths to only one playable character in that.
Yes,
So you
yes.
only play as the outsider.
No, you only play
Or
as
not
the
the sorry.
hard
You
specs.
play as the sorry, yes, that's right. You play
Yep.
as like
They did a
the
Bachelor
doctor character, right?
DLC, I believe, but yes, you play as the local doctor character, the local
The local doctor. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the hard specs is like the like a Slavic sort of term. There's like a like good English equivalent.
Yeah.
Uh, Because yeah,
Basically
it's a
compared to
Russian made game, I believe, Pathologic.
yeah.
So it's got a lot of just like that like Slavic steppe sort of lore to it.
Yeah, like environments
Yeah.
and tone, and yeah, it's a cool setting.
Yep.
I want to chip away at it here when I have time. It was one of those things I kind of got a wild hair. I was like, oh yeah, I remember Noah talking about Pathologic. Let me check this out.
It's
So
cool.
I took a look at that. I'll chip away at that. I'll see where I
Yeah.
get with
Or
it.
you can just play two. I mean, people
Yeah.
just play two, and it's a similar experience. So and it's a bit more streamlined, and the gameplay is a bit better. It's not gonna magically like be like like 10 out of 10 like gameplay experience, but they definitely make it better. So
Right. Yeah. It's like I said, it's pretty much a remake of that original, just with a pared down experience. So it's interesting. I want to kind of see more of it. I've been wanting to look at games that kind of push back at me a little bit more, and that game really does. So
you
yeah,
should check
excited to
out
see more
Bubsy
about it.
3D.
We will talk about a Bubsy game. Just you hold your horses. We'll get there.
Or you should try Monster Hunter, the original Monster Hunter. That game pushes back
Yeah,
on
yeah,
you. That game will definitely push back on you. I promise. I promise you.
yeah.
You
I mean,
will be picking up a lot of herbs and mushrooms in that game. Let me put it that way. Lots of herbs, lots of
yeah,
mushrooms.
getting those dank herbs to
Yep.
go fight
Yep.
my Rathians. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And you'll spend like 2 hours getting potions, and then you'll do one fight with a Rathlos and use up all the potions you farmed 2 hours for. What a joyous experience. Until you get good. Once you get good, once everything clicks, you take like 1 or 2 potions to beat the Rathlos. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I've learned.
I'm God.
Yeah, exactly. Like that feeling when you're like, oh my gosh, I've actually learned this fight. I am the monster hunter.
I have become the monster hunter. Yes.
That magical feeling, like I can feel it just like recalling it, like when everything clicked and I was finally, after countless failed hunts, finally figuring out how to fight this Rathlos. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This game is just like, I spent so many hours getting there, but once I did, I'm like, oh my gosh, like yeah, I spent like 50 or 60 hours on that game. Like I put a lot of hours into that Monster Hunter 1.
Yeah.
Um,
And speaking of, we've been playing some Monster Hunter. It's kind of a good pivot point off of that. I mean, it's not the issue you have with Monster Hunter Wilds is the end game, is the fact that the game does not push back on you for sure. But I will say, and I've coined this term amongst our group, it's more like a Monster Finder than Monster Hunter. I think I like that as a casual way to play it.
yes, it
Very
is.
casual.
It
Very
is
casual.
and that's the game is designed to be a casual Monster Hunter game. That's exactly what that game set out to be. It does what it wants to be. Like that is what the developers intended. It does what the developers intended. I am on board with that. That game is doing what it says on the tin.
Yep.
It's just not gonna ever be my favorite thing because that's not what I love about those games.
Right.
But it's a good game.
It's a
People
good
like that
game.
thing.
I'm liking it a lot. Yeah, so basically I finished the story last podcast, the low rank story, and us gazpachos are teaming up to fight some monsters to raise our hunter rank so we can fight the bosses that have been dropping in the updates. There's a boss called Omega, from it's a Final Fantasy 14 crossover. So
Yeah.
that's what we're looking to do. I think I need to be 40 and I'm 20
Yeah.
for hunter rank. So I'm
Yeah.
getting there. I'm getting
Yeah, I wanna fight, the things. I've been waiting for content to release in that thing. Because I kind of blew through that thing in like a week or less, and then I'm just like, oh, there's no content. Like, there's no real end game grind here. Like, I can fight like, like Guardian Rathlos and Guardian Arkvelds and get like Ardian weapons, but like I didn't really feel like doing that at the time. I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this game. And then like not too long after that, Night Rain dropped, and that game just had such a better drip feed of content. Like they were just like gushing out content with all the Everdark Sovereign bosses, and then they just added the Deep of Night, which is like a true roguelike mode for that game, and so yeah, that game's immaculate. I can't stop talking about that game. I adore that game.
That's awesome. It's awesome that it's still holding your attention hundreds of hours in. That's the mark of a good game,
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah, but yeah, just a quick check-in with Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm gonna keep playing it. I really like playing it for 2-hour spurts.
Yep.
It's a good time. It's just a good time. It's a good chat room.
Yep.
It's a good place to shoot shit while you're shooting the shit. That's
and
literally what
you just pick up a weapon that you understand. Like I just pick up like a hunting horn or a great sword, and I just start just wailing on the monster. I've been using a lot of great sword lately because we needed a tank for the Omega boss fight, and I did not feel like playing Lance. I'm like, yeah, I can tank with great sword. I'm good for it. So
yeah, totally. Yeah, we'll be checking out more of that here pretty soon. But let's take a quick break, and then we're going to jump into some Bubsy talk. What do you say?
Bubsy!
Oh my gosh, it's perfect. We're talking about Bubsy 4D? Question mark?
The perfect adventure?
Perfect. And that's funny that you bring that up because, like, Nintendo put a Bubsy game on their service this week, I think, for the SNES. So it's Bubsy all around.
It's Bubsy's time to shine, and he deserves it. Honestly,
it's about time, right?
People have been clamoring for Bubsy.
The children are crying out.
That's what they want. The children yearn for Bubsy.
They yearn for Bubsy. You took the words right out of my mouth. So please tell me about your time with Bubsy. I did not play a lot of this. I played about 10 to 15 minutes. It's from the Steam Next Fest that's up right now. So limited time demo, but yeah.
Straight up, right out the gate, it's better than Bubsy 3D. They did it.
That's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. I think I can make a better game than Bubsy 3D. Let's be real.
Bubsy 3 is an interesting game. Also, Bubsy 3D is a product of its time. That thing was in development before Mario 64. All right, so
they didn't figure out 3D movement. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. They're still figuring out that whole thing. They're pioneers. What was that?
Trailblazers. But they're not pioneers. Yeah.
Sure. Whatever semantics you want to use, go for it. Point is, Bubsy 4T is it's by those the Demon Turf devs, Fabrice, and they know how to make a good 3D platformer. Yeah. That's what this thing is. Mm-hmm. It's a 3D collectathon platformer. I like to think of this thing as a hybrid of Banjo-Kazooie and Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay. I'm tracking a little bit. Do you want to kind of clarify a little bit?
I think the movement is very Sonic Adventure 2-esque, or just Sonic Adventure in general-esque. And then like the collectathon aspects are very like the yarn balls are your music notes, right? That sort of thing. I'd say like the yarn balls are harder to find than like the music notes. Like I don't think I ever beat a single level with all of the like yarn, like collecting all the yarn.
Yep.
So they have those like pretty well hidden. I'd have to really scour a level to find all those, I think. But yeah, it's good. It's a solid game. Yeah. They gave Bubsy some interesting abilities that I think his kit is pretty good.
Yeah, it feels good.
And the kit that they present you at the start of the game is not the final kit. It's one of those games where you unlock pieces of the kit like a Banjo Kazooie as you progress. So like what you have at the start will not be how he moves at the end. He'll move a lot more fluidly, and you'll have a lot more options towards the end of the game.
That's good news because like initially that kit is pretty extensive. I would say.
Yep. I like just looking through like the upgrade tree that they have in that game. There's just several things that are locked at the start. So, yeah, it's the level design is very much like those Super Mario Sunshine, like No Flood sort of levels. I feel like it's very like that surrealist platformer. They're taking beats from Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D was a surrealist 3D platformer. This thing is kind of on that same beat because you're going back to the woolly planets, and that's like, canonically these things are just weirdly structured planets. So it's like sheep have like gotten like the woolly tech, and so they have like taken over and enslaved the woolies. So
the Babots.
Yeah, the Babots. Yep. So
the Babots. Yeah.
They I like it. It's charming. The whole thing is charming. I think the Bubsy as like this like B tier hero, like, is charming. He's like hard down on his luck, and like, he's like, yeah, I'm still the hero that the world needs. It's fun. I think it's fun. Yeah, I've always thought that Bubsy needed another chance at like a good, like a good game, like a really good like comeback game, not like that last one that they had that was like, eh. I think this is it. I think this is like his like comeback. Like he's gonna become like this like, like a niche indie darling sort of character. I could see him easily becoming, because he's just got that personality. Like he's not the type that is like, he doesn't have that like, I guess, antagonistic personality like someone like a Gex does. He's more he's more like, if he's cracking jokes, it's usually like very innocent, or it's like at his own expense. So
yeah, he takes a page out of the Gex kind of template a little bit with the verbosity, but it's not as grating or as, let's say, untimely as Gex, where it's a bunch of dated 90s references about celebrities you don't know. It's silly. That. Which I actually need to play those Gex games because they re-released those.
They did. They it's been a year for the B tier platformers, that's for sure. Because like they've like recently done like those Gex releases. They've done the Bubsy re-releases. They've done the Croc re-releases.
Bring back Arrow the Acrobat. The kids are
I don't know that one.
For Arrow.
I don't even know that one.
What about Rocket Knight? You know Rocket Knight?
Nope.
No, Rocket Knight. Rocket Knight's actually good. Rocket Knight's Konami, I want to say. That's a good game. Rocket Knight's good. That's
I know Jumping Flash. Jumping Flash.
Sony's #1 mascot, Jumping Flash. Yeah, 100%.
I agree. I think he is probably one of their best mascots.
You agree?
Yeah,
you agree.
We like Jumping Flash. Do you not like Jumping Flash? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think I've ever played Jumping Flash.
It's fun. Jumping Flash is fun. It's it came on my my PS1 Classic. It was like one of the games that was like installed on that thing. So I played quite a bit of it, and I like that thing. I've never actually owned it like physical, but if I ever saw it, I'd be like, yeah, I'll buy Jumping Flash, but I've just never seen it in any game stores. So
right.
Jumping Flash, yeah, he's cool. Not nearly as life-changing as Ape Escape though. Like Ape Escape, immaculate. Nothing will ever be Ape Escape for me. Love that game.
Don't get Noah started on Ape Escape. He will fuck your ear off. He loves that game.
Love that game.
That's your favorite platformer ever, right?
Yeah. I don't know, like I like the movement and speed in Sonic Adventure 2, but it's really high up there. It's really close. I just love the atmosphere of Ape Escape and the soundtrack of Ape Escape. Um, yeah, both those games are immaculate though. Sonic Adventure 2 and Ape Escape. I would say Ape Escape beats Sonic Adventure 1 for me. Definitely. Yeah.
That's high praise right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's I could definitely see that movement kind of be echoed here in Bubsy
Yeah.
4D. It
Yeah.
feels
Yeah.
very tight
It,
initially.
and that's good because there's not a lot of games that get that sort of like adventure era movement.
Yeah,
Like the only one that I've even heard of is there's like Spark Electric Jester like 2 or something like that where they do that. I've never actually played it myself, but I've heard that that game is supposed to emulate the adventure series movement, so I need to get around to that at some point. But yeah, there's just not a huge like not a lot of developers are making those sort of like adventure era movement
yeah,
type games let's be honest, right? Like nobody plays those games for like the treasure hunting and the mecha shooter thing. Like those are fine distractions. I like those okay, but everyone's playing those for the Sonic and Shadow levels. Like that's just what you play
yep,
those things for, and those levels are expertly crafted, and that's like it's hard to do on like even like an indie scale. I would say like perfect that sort of thing. I think this game is doing a good job of promoting the speed aspect of it while also
yeah,
keeping it safe with the giving like the incentive of exploration with the collectathon sort of mechanics. So um,
mhm,
there's not as much like at least from the like demo that I've played through the whole demo. There's not as much like um, pushback from the environment that I'd like to see more pushback, like the environment um, you know, trying to get me. It doesn't feel like the environment is out to get me quite enough. Like Sonic Adventure 2, like right at the bat, you're um on a like piece of a helicopter sliding down a road, and then you're shot out and have to fight robots, and then you get to the end and there's this big truck chasing you, which will hit you if you're a brand new player and don't know what you're doing. Like you're
yeah.
constantly stimulated in that game. There's not quite that constant stimulation in Bubsy 4D, so hopefully maybe like the later levels get a little bit more um like tight on that sort of like that constant like keep going, don't miss a beat.
Hmm, hmm.
But that's why I kind of think of this as like a hybrid, like between like the action platformer and the collectathon platformer. It's try and
Yeah,
find a middle ground. So
it's got a really good locomotion just immediately. So
yeah,
I think they have a good chance. I think they have a good chance at making a good one of these games
yep,
because it has been a long time since they have done so, and I don't think there has been a good Bubsy game really. Let's be honest.
probably
I
not,
personally so.
probably not.
I mean, it's kind of to each their own there a little bit, but I don't think there's a good
The
Bubsy
only
game,
one that
or
I
they're pretty
enjoyed
mediocre.
like even remotely was Bubsy 3D. I find that thing fun, but
Mm. Yeah, for sure.
it's awkward, but it's kind of fun.
It's awkward. It's awkward, but yeah, it is pretty fun. It is pretty fun for sure. But yeah, that's a good demo. I'm excited to see the full release of that thing. That's a next year game. That's not coming
Yeah,
out this year.
yeah,
So it'll be out before we know it. There's plenty of stuff to play.
oh
We'll forget about it and it'll show up one day and we'll be like, oh, here we
yeah.
go.
Bubsy.
So, Bubsy. Oh my god, it's out. Play it. Yeah, that's how it'll be. But yeah, with the Steam Next Fest stuff, I've downloaded some stuff I haven't gotten to, so maybe next pod I'll mention it when I get there. But you touched another thing that you're
Mhm.
also into. YunYun syndrome question mark exclamation point or vice versa. Rhythm psychosis. What is this thing?
Yeah, so it is a rhythm game. It's actually the same dev that did the what's that game? Tip of my tongue. Needy Streamer Overload. It's that same dev that did Needy Streamer Overload. It's Alliance Arts. And they also they're at least the publisher of another game I've been playing, Marisa of LIartop Mountain.
Yeah.
In a bit.
Yeah.
They and they also at least published Toho Danmaku Kagura Fantasia Lost. That's another rhythm game that I like. But yeah, so yeah, this is a rhythm game. It is all about Denpa music, and if you don't know what Denpa music is, it is I guess a good term would be like idiot music. I guess they kind of translate it with like newer modern slang as like brain rot sort of music. I don't quite know if that's like they translate a lot of the stuff in this as like brain rot to try and like be hip, I guess. But I mean, Denpa's been a genre for a very, very long time in Japan. And I've been quite a fan for a long time. Particularly a fan of like anything that's like Beat Mario. He's done a lot of like Toho Denpa music. So, but yeah. So they had like what's that song? Marisa Stole the Precious Thing. That's a like really, really popular classic Beat Mario song. They had that in this game. So I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. No Cyrano's Perfect Math Class in that demo. Sadly, that's like his most popular one. But I'm sure they have that in the full release. If they're calling themselves a Denpa game, then I'm sure they got that. But yeah, a lot of original Denpa music too, just for this game. So it's a fun, poppy, high like stimulation, I guess, game. I kind of picked this thing up, clicked on like the like normal mode, and then clicked on a song, and then got a full combo my first try. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I can it's just a 4 button, so it's really not that hard. It's like a Friday Night Funkin' sort of type thing, DDR type thing. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it. The characters are charming. The visuals are charming. And the music's fine. I like Denpa. So it's no Project Diva for me, but it's a fun rhythm game. I enjoy these things, so I'll definitely get the full release.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've been forged in the fires of the hard clears of Project Diva. This is probably no issue for you.
Exactly. Yeah. I did that full combo on like the normal, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just go to their hardest mode and click a song, and I got like a rank B on that, first like run through, and I'm like, yeah, that was fine. It really hurt my fingers though, because I'm not used to like mashing my keyboard, for the notes, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna stick to normal mode. I don't need to cramp my fingers on this thing. So
right,
I don't play like Friday Night Funkin'. That's not really my thing. I'm sure I could if I wanted to, but I prefer controller for this sort of thing. And this game didn't really have good controller support. I tried a controller and it just didn't come up. So hopefully that full release has controller support, because I much prefer playing these things with a controller. I've always played rhythm games with a controller. Like I got my start on the PSP, and so I just always
what you used to.
Yeah. But yeah, fun game. Definitely we'll be checking out that full release, because that demo was really fun. Had a lot of fun like weird like computery tricks. Like there was one point where like I was trying to get like the game started up, and then like I get like this error that's all in like Japanese. I'm like, what's going on with this game? And then so I literally couldn't get out of the screen. So I just Alt F4'd and then I opened the game back up and it's like, oh, your save file is whatever, and so like then I loaded up my save file. It's like, oh, we're back now. It's like, oh, okay, so that was intentional. Fun.
Yeah, yep.
One of those things.
That's what you meant. That's what you meant for me to do. Yeah.
Yep,
100%.
yep.
Yeah, what a name. What a name. YunYun Syndrome Rhythm Psychosis. What a name. Is this part of a series or no?
No. This is
Okay,
just
it's
an
just like a
original thing, yep. They just like putting out these weird games. These visuals are very similar to the ones in that needy streamer Overload.
Okay. Yeah, I saw something. I was scrolling and I saw that and like if you play this game, you'd like this. It was in that. So
Yep.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay. You get your rhythm games going. That's exciting. I like it whenever new rhythm games come out and I see you excited for them. That's
I'm excited for this one. Yeah, this one's gonna be really fun. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one.
Awesome. Yeah, it's got a good art style too. I really like the way it looks. So
it's
very
cute.
cool game. Moving on to a couple things that I finished, and we'll get to you finishing Patapon at some point on the rhythm game tip for sure because I want to hear about you playing that game. I finished Hollow Knight Silksong. I have done it. I have finished Act 2. There are 3 acts to this game. Act 2 is when you hit credits, so that's the end of the game. Act 3 is basically all the end game stuff. Okay. The point I am with this game, I'm like, I have a lot to play. I will come back to this during the holidays period, and I'm going to get everything. That's just kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to chip away at it, or at least that's what I'm intending to do. Right? Life will change things, I'm sure.
That's
but yeah, that's exactly. There you go. Like season changes and all that. Like hopefully I get back to it. That's kind of my intention anyway. But I off the top, I think I initially thought I liked Hollow Knight 1 better. And I think I've come around to the idea that Silksong's a superior game in almost every way. There's some issues I have with it, but issues notwithstanding, it is maybe the best Metroidvania I've ever played. Like that's not from those series, from Metroid or Castlevania. It is a beautifully designed game. It runs well. It sounds amazing. Everything about it is just like, and I mentioned this last podcast. It's amazing that they took this long to make this game, and it surpassed my expectations. I think it's top 3 for me this year for sure. It's the best Metroidvania game I've ever played. That is not from the main series. I have to, really couch that by saying that. I just think it's a game that people shouldn't miss, but I also don't think it's for everybody. So let me explain what I mean. It is very difficult. It is far more difficult than Hollow Knight 1 in many ways. There are some difficulty spikes in here that straight up made me want to put down the game. And they're like crucial to you finishing the game. The final boss of this game is not a pushover, but it's pretty easy comparatively to kind of the gauntlet they lay in front of you to kind of reach the end game here. So Silksong loves doing this thing where they throw a billion enemies at you to get, from one room to the next. Like you're entering this room, the gate locks behind you. Hornet goes, and basically you have to kill your way out, right? And once you do, the gate will open or you'll get an item, whatever. It happens a lot. They love doing this. It's always happening, it feels like, as you go through this game. So normally it's fine. It's not a big deal. They throw a 10-round gauntlet at you at the very tail end of this game. So basically you're trying to get 3 keys to fit this lock to get to the final boss, right? There's a 10-round gauntlet they put at you after going through a very difficult area, mind you. And it took me, no joke, it padded my hour timeout to like 4 hours or so. It took me 4 hours just to get this encounter done. It was very, very difficult. Once you finish it, you feel great, obviously, but it was punitive in a way where I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, what do you want me to do? Like I've played enough of this game. I feel like I feel like they're just saying like "f you" at every turn. They were like, "Oh, you think it's over? Nah, here's another round for you." You know, it's the LeBron meme. He goes like, "Oh, here go two more for y'all." That's how it felt, right? So basically, it's like 4 or 5 rounds of enemies, and then it's a boss fight, like a mini boss, and then it's 4 or 5 more rounds, and then it's a boss fight with two of the bosses that you just fought previously in one go. Like you have to be on it, and they're really difficult enemies that have like multiple attack strings, high health. Like you really need to make sure you have your stuff in order. It's once you get to this part, it's called high halls. If you know, you know. It is a pain in the ass. Um, it is maybe the lowest point I had with the game, and it's a bummer that it happened right at the end. But I would say it's a minor gripe I have throughout are these like kind of gauntlet moments you hit. But yeah, once you get that done, you're basically set up an elevator. You fight a mid boss, very Sekiro like, where you fight Genichiro again. You have like another encounter with a hornet like character called Lace, and then you fight the final boss, and then you beat the act two. Um, but it's on the whole, the game is fantastic. It's amazing. Like I said, there's a couple kind of pain points that keep it from being like a masterpiece for me. Um, but I think the smart additions they've added, the characters that they put in here, the writing's actually really good. It's very self serious, but like they establish a good tone early with Hornet and how she interacts with characters in this world, and I think it carries on throughout. It's like she suffers no fools, and I love that. There's specifically a very funny part I don't want to spoil involving a spa where she goes to kind of like heal up after basically you sit in these like hot springs. They're called hot springs, and you get all your silk up, which is like your super meter, and your hearts up. And there's a funny little moment there. And she suffers no fools. Basically, someone gets in trouble and draws her ire, and she like smacks him in the face, which is really great. And she's like, "Never do this again, or you will be a dead bug." I'm like, hell yeah, Hornet, protect yourself. It's great, and everyone is kind of scared of her in some ways, but once you make friends with them, they're always like, "Oh, you're the best. Come back here anytime you want." One of my favorite things about this game is how like cohesive the world feels. It feels like every part of the map is touching the other, and everyone knows about basically like all the NPCs in a set area will go like, "Oh, you went here. That's awesome. Did you know about this?" Like there's little tidbits of information kind of around. That's really cool. Um, it just feels like one contiguous world, and it works a lot better than Hollow Knight did. Hollow Knight feels like a series of runes kind of linked to each other with like a lot of interesting stuff there for sure. But like this feels even just like way more cohesive as a game world. Um, and I think it's really well done. Um, the music is awesome. Specifically towards the end of the game, there's some really good music. Um, and it's got some of the best boss fights I've played in the Metroidvania. There's a couple standouts. I think it's the Cogwork uh, dancers. Amazing boss fight. It's totally choreographed. It's I forget what the term is. It's basically like you can see the tells of what they're gonna do, but that kind of adds to the ambiance of it. It's a really cool fight where they're like dancing as they fight you, which I really like. And then the final boss fight is really well presented. I love the look of that thing. Um, and yeah, it's I can't speak highly enough about the high points I have with this game. Kind of to wrap it up, it's close to a masterpiece. It's not quite because of the issues I have. It's close. I think it's a can't miss video game. It's definitely top 10 for me this year, and it's not going to come off the list for sure. I liked it more than Donkey Kong. I really did. Um, it's very high praise for me. It's number two behind Death Stranding for me. So that's how I feel about Silksong. Yeah. Are you looking to get this year to kind of take a look at it? Or are you gonna kind of feel it out and see where you get to?
Yeah.
You know.
If I get to it, I get to it. I don't know. I haven't been in a mood for Hollow Knight. I've tried and tried and tried to get back into that first game after completing it years ago, and it just hasn't hit me the same way that it did like the first when it like came to Switch. and
I will say there's the map issue here too, where you have to hunt for maps and it gets pretty tedious again. They still do that here, by the way. So
yeah, I don't know. It'll just depend on if I get a wild hair. Otherwise, I don't have any plans in the immediate future to play this thing. Um,
yeah,
I wasn't really a silk poster to begin with, so I
I
uh,
wasn't.
I I can live without this thing. But yeah, I if I did end up getting it, I'll probably just get it like physical on Switch or something. But
Yeah, I played on Switch. It was the way to do that.
yeah,
It took me about 30 hours, 31 hours to complete the main story stuff. And like I
yeah,
said, Act 3, there's still stuff to do. A bunch of good side quests. Um, they add side quests here, and they're called wishes, basically. But they're presented. They're very like you could do some quests in Hollow Knight 1, but it's very Dark Soulsy, where it's like it doesn't tell you what to do. In this one, it does away with that and tells you where you need to go, which is good. Um, so yeah, it's Act 3 is a cleanup act, but it's cool. There's like a lot of interesting stuff to do when you're finished with it. So I have a lot to do even now. Um, not even close to game completion, but yeah, Hollow Knight Silksong. I think it's a brilliant game for the most part, despite some very minor shortcomings that added to my playtime for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna make a couple mentions about things, and then I'm gonna talk about baby steps, and then we'll get to you talking about Marisa of LIartop Mountain because I'm excited to hear you kind of checking that out. So I'm gonna just bring up Hades 2. It's gonna be Hades 2 and Pokemon for me that are gonna be my main squeezes, I think, and Bravely Default I'll pepper in there as well. But Hades 2, I'm trying to get into a good groove with it. Um, it's just more runs of kind of feeling out what's different from the first one. I'm not completely there with it yet. Presentation's still off the charts. Everything is just immaculate in that game. It's more of Hades 1 and I like it. It's just a quick check in there. Once I really dive in deep, I'll be able to really report on that thing. Um, so yeah, a little bit of Hades 2, just kind of doing 2 or 3 runs a day just to kind of get a good feel for it because it feels different than Hades 1 in a lot of ways. Um, but there's that. Again, I brought up Bravely Default. I'm hitting a good stride with that thing, and we kind of talked about it a little bit before popping back on here. Um, the classes, it's good to have that variety. The job system is really unfolding in a good way with doing all the side quests. Um, and yeah, I'm in a good spot with it. I'm about 12 hours in, almost done with chapter 2. So I'm really taking my time with it. I really am. So what were your favorite classes to play? What was your favorite job to have on your people?
Um, ooh.
If you can remember, if
Yeah,
not,
I do.
whatever.
Because I just recently played this thing. I I could say, but I don't know. Do I want to spoil you on some like the more interesting jobs? Because there's some
You
really interesting ones that you get
you
at the
can spoil
end.
me. You can spoil
So
me. It's
towards
fine.
the end, you get the vampire job, which is
Okay.
this game's version of a blue mage.
Oh, Blue Mage.
And
Okay.
so that one's really fun to mess around with because you get a lot of weird spells from enemies.
Cool.
The one that I played with extensively as a kid and did not even touch one time because I was not allowing myself to use this job on this playthrough because I completely broke open the game and know how to break open the game very easily with this class. It's super easy. Is the alchemist job. The alchemist or the salvo maker job is completely busted. Once you figure out the combinations you need to like make the really good um like potions, like it goes nuts. It just goes nuts. And
Okay.
um
Cool.
like I'm talking like you having like as like 9,999
Cool.
health and like just like doing like yeah just crazy like unkillable strategies. And yeah, I didn't let myself play with that one because I'm like, nope, we're we're using.
Yeah, like you need a challenge.
Yeah, I need the challenge. So I was doing a lot of stuff with like Ninja, and Ninja has like a lot of like you can get a lot of like hits in, a lot of attacks in, so it's a good attacker. I was doing some shenanigans with Dark Knight, and and Vampire. I was doing some shenanigans with Vampire. So I had some fun stuff I was doing for sure on this last playthrough, but no
So
Salvo Maker.
Okay, Salvo Maker. I'll keep that in mind because that sounds totally my bag right there.
It's fun.
So
it's
like
very fun.
when is the good time to move off of a class? That's the real conundrum I have.
So when you start to feel like you're not progressing, like if your job experience that you're getting like per battle isn't really contributing very much towards that next job level up, it's probably time to switch jobs and just get the baseline like first, you know, 5 or so levels of a new job. Just, and as you get more and more jobs, it becomes a lot easier to be like, okay, I've I'm trying to do this with this character, so I'll do some levels on this job for this character to get these specific skills to equip to this character. Because you mix and match the skills freely, and then you have two. You have a primary job, and then you have your like job commands from another job. So you get 2 sets of job commands, and then skills that you mix and match freely between the jobs. So
okay, yeah, right. There's like skill trees that you can kind of assign.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. You just get skill points and just skills. Yep. And yep. So if you once you find like there's several that are like very intentional, like busted combinations of skills and jobs, and you will need those to get through this game because this game gets incredibly intense, especially towards the end. Like the game expects you to break this thing wide open. That's the type of game this is. It wants you to break its systems wide open. So
okay.
Yeah, there's some BS that the bosses pull in this thing. So
gotcha. I haven't had too much time or too much issue with it right now because I feel like I got a good grip of just grinding, at least in the early game.
Yeah, the early game, you're playing a traditional Final Fantasy game. Like, you really are. It's once you get, once you get through that game and you think you've done that game, that's when the game actually turns on. And it's like, okay, you have all the tools you need, really. Now it's time for you to use those tools and actually start learning the game's systems once you have all those tools. So the game just drip feeds you tools so you can get yourself familiar with it, and then it expects you, okay, here you go, make art.
That's how it feels, like doing all those side quests, getting all those jobs. I'm like, okay, I see what we're going for. Like
it's a very sandboxy RPG system, like build your own class sort of thing. So
yeah, it's cool. It's very Metaphor ReFantazio sort of idea.
Yeah,
or it's very Final Fantasy VI idea of a bunch of jobs. Yeah, so I'm digging it. I'm still picking away at it here and there. It's very breezy. I will say it's a very breezy game.
Yep.
I do a side mission every little bit and progress some story. Again, I'm not sold on the characters quite yet, but I'm still pretty early.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not like halfway through it or anything, but Airy is starting to give me a little bit of a ick, and I'm like, okay, well, she's untrustworthy. So we'll get there. I don't want to get too confused with that, but yeah, just a little check in with Bravely Default 2, Bravely Default HD, I should say. It's very, and yeah, I'll be picking at that throughout the year. So the next game I beat actually a couple hours ago. It is a very interesting video game. It's not a game I normally play. We'll put it that way. It's kind of. we'll get into it. So baby steps. I beat baby steps. The thing that really got me on the scent for that is, I saw it when it was in that Sony State of Play or whatever. They showed baby steps, and they were doing some sort of like push for it. Sony was. I'm like, okay, they see something in this game that's interesting. It's from the guys that did Getting Over It, Bennett Foddy, and
I
a
hate
couple
that
other
guy.
Zillow. Yeah, that's what you told me, which I'm sure we'll get into because there's a lot of Bennett Foddy in this game.
I don't hate that guy. I have no
And
beef with Bennett Foddy.
he has no Bennett Foddy. If you're listening, he's got no
I have no beef with you, Bennett Foddy. We're chill for now.
beef. Let's put it this way: it's a quap like. It's very quap.
Co-op like.
Yeah, it's very movement slop.
The kids in our audience won't understand what a quap like is. Power. That's the issue there.
Yeah, sorry, that's a little too old internet.
Yeah.
It's like Getting Over It. That's the most recent example I have. It's a frustration simulator. We'll put it that way. Frustration simulator. So the premise of this thing is baby steps. Is you are a grown ass man in your basement, 35 years old, wearing a onesie, and you refuse to get off the couch because you're watching One Piece. And I'm like, this is dangerously close to me in my real life. Maybe we should watch it.
I mean, he's dressed like the average Nintendo fan. So.
Listen, they paint his life to be like, oh, this guy's a loser, but I'm like, I want that life. I'll just watch One Piece forever. That sounds awesome. But anyway, I digress for sure. But yeah, that the thing is like, he's in a basement, he's a loser, he's 35, he's wearing a onesie, and it seems like he kind of like drifts off into this dream world, this dream state, basically, and a lot of weird things happen. So as for story on this thing, it does not feel like there's a story. It's really just like it's a journey. It feels like a journey of random happenstance. Um, you basically show up in this world, and the first thing you do is fall over. That's the first thing that you do, and you're like, okay, what's going on here? The hook of this thing is that you control each leg and foot independently, very quap like, where you're pressing specific controls to control specific things, and you don't use your hands at all. It's all feet and all legs and all that. So the idea is I'm playing on PlayStation, so you're using a trigger for each movement of the leg. And basically you're using the right stick and the left stick to move basically. Well, the right stick's camera, but camera's really important here. So you're basically for the right leg, it's right trigger plus stick, left trigger plus stick, vice versa. And so you have to chain together walking like very intentionally. And I will say it gets really hard on the hands. It really does. So I had to kind of play this thing in hour bursts or whatever. But I found it mechanically super, super interesting. Like really interesting. Game design wise, it's made to frustrate you. It's a game about frustration. That's the point. Like the only thing about this game is moving through it and seeing a bunch of quirky stuff happen. That's kind of the idea. So, they got that down to a very frustrating science, we'll say. And what I mean by that is like, you're basically walking, and you're basically trying to get to a campfire for each level. There's like 8 or 9 stages where you're walking through like vegetation, you're walking through snow, rain, whatever. There's different hazards around your way. It's very Death Stranding like, and they say this at the end in the credits. Basically, it'll tell you how many steps you walked. It'll show you a map trail of where you've gone and where you messed up and stuff. And then it has like a recommendation portion where it's like, if you liked this game, you would like these other games that have walking in them. It was like Death Stranding, Gone Home, like all these walking sims that I've been playing recently. It's kind of cool where they're just like, yeah, you're playing a walking game. These are also really good walking games too. But anyway, it's the point is like, it's very movement focused. You're moving throughout this world, and the story is nonsensical, but in like a really relaxing way. It literally feels like everybody that is talking to you in this game and your character are just riffing. It feels like improv, where like there's like a loose idea for talking, but like they're just, the people that are talking are just riffing. So for instance, like your character, he sucks. He's the worst. He doesn't want to ask anybody for help. He feels like he's inconveniencing everybody. Um, but he's like always talking in very like unsure ways. He's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I don't know. Oh, screw me, I guess, you know."
Oh my
But like they do this
gosh.
really nice thing. They do this really nice thing where like two characters are talking and they do the interrupting and overlapping of voices really well here. It feels like they were like recorded side by side. So basically he'll go like, "Oh, I'm trying to get up this mountain." He's like, "Oh yeah, well I have a map." He's like, "Oh yeah, I don't need a map," you know. So it feels like they're riffing and stuff, and everything feels really random because I think it probably was. They were like, "Hey, we have these mechanics, we have this game. What's the story? I don't know. A bunch of donkeys try to get you to go up this mountain to wish for cigarettes, like like donkey men with actual testes and penis. Like
LOL, so
it's
random.
insane. It's it is LOL Serenum the game. Like there's a it feels very Lynchian. We'll put it that way for David Lynch. It's very like Lynchian nightmare dream state. Um, but in like the best ways. I'm a huge fan of David Lynch. Um, but yeah, it's the point of the game is you are just going. You're just moving. You're just going across this terrain. You're trying to get to a campfire at each level, have a fun cutscene, and go on your way. And there are different like things you can interact with in the world. Like you'll go to like you'll go to this like place on top of a mountain. You're like, oh, there's looking like a mini apartment complex here. What happens if I get to the top of that? And you'll get like a cutscene as a reward. That's pretty funny. Or there's this like obstacle towards the end of the game called the Man Breaker. You could do it the real way, which is going up it's the hardest platforming aspect of the game. Is this Man Breaker, or you can go up the stairs and you'll do two different cutscenes depending on your approach. So it's a lot of like working hard for nothing, which I kind of like. It really lays bare video games. It goes like, what are you doing all this for? You know what I mean? Um, but it was very gratifying to get over it. We'll put it that way. Um, Getting to the thing,
To get over
you
pieces.
know, trying to platform up uneven footing is super frustrating when you fall all the way down and lose like an hour of progress. But it's not as frustrating as getting over it, where you can literally fall to the beginning of the game. It's not like that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
level based. So
Gotcha.
it kind of cuts that out, that difficulty aspect. But I was telling you before I get on here, and I'm wrapping it up for sure because we got a lot more to get to. But I had a really bad time with this game today, like super bad, to the point where I'm like, "Oh, am I gonna finish this?" sort of thing. So it's a snow level, so I've already trudged through heavy snow, which makes you slower, ice on like frozen rivers, so you're like slipping. You have to like take literal baby steps to cross. And then there's like this toppled train car, very Uncharted 2, like where you have to climb up, you know, suitcases and chairs and all that to get through this train car. And let me tell you, I fell off of this mountain 5 or 6 times today, and I'm like, I'm gonna put this game down until I finally went like, all right, we're gonna lock in. I got through it, and literally the end of the game was over the hill. Like that was the last thing. I didn't know that. Feels like I like ran headfirst into the end of the game, and it kind of just ends, which is great. Um, but yeah, I really liked it. It's up there for me. It's in my top 10. I don't think it's gonna move from there. I think it's an excellent game. It's definitely not for everybody. It is super not for everybody. It's got low reviews on PlayStation because people just don't understand it. But it's this sort of like avant-garde platforming masterpiece. I think I just it's so unique. There's literally nothing like Baby Steps. If you want to have a fun time and mess around with an interesting game, check out Baby Steps. It's super dumb, but I kind of loved it. So that's all about that. But yeah, I don't usually play these games. These kind of like movement games. These like getting over it's going up. That's not my thing. But yeah, actually Jeff Grubb on Giant Bomb was playing it for his daily streams. I was like, oh okay, I might actually like this, and picked it up. It was cheap. It was like $20, and I was like, okay, I'll play that. And I got through it. It took me about 11 hours, 10 hours. The clock said 9 hours, but my internal clock said 9 to 10 hours to finish it. It would take you not that long. I really took my time with it, but baby steps. I really liked it. It was a good time. Good time.
I'll probably
So
be all right with not checking
you
it.
don't need to play this
Checking
game.
out.
I don't think you need it. I'm not recommending. If we're gonna recommend it, I don't recommend it to really anybody. Like, let's be real. It's kind of unplayable in a lot of ways. Um, It's not a normal video game. Don't play this if you're a novice video game player. Noah, don't play this. I don't think you should play
I'm a
this anyway.
novice video game player.
As
Yeah,
an
I shouldn't play
expert,
that.
let me finish. As an expert video game player, I still don't think you should play it.
Yeah,
But it's an
I'm a novice
interesting,
for sure,
interesting
so
game.
I shouldn't play this thing.
That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. But speaking of large mountains, now that we're done with baby steps, can you tell me about this Marisa of LIartop Mountain? Toho's got you in a vice grip. Can you explain what this is for people?
I like two who's. I don't know what to say. I
He
think
does like to, yeah.
I think you know, it's a fun fun world that you know, fun IP that just is like an open concept IP. So yeah, this thing is weird. I just saw it in like the like Steam front page. I'm like, oh hey, it's I know those two who's. The thing is, it's a tabletop RPG type game, and it's basically four Tuhu's, Patchouli, Sakuya, Remilia, and Flandre, are all sitting down to play a like tabletop RPG story sort of thing, and they are the ones that are like the players of it.
Oh.
And then there's they're controlling this sort of game piece of Reimu, the main Toho character, and she's like going on this adventure to find Marisa, another popular, kind of like the second most popular Toho character, and yeah, so they're just like going through like this like tabletop adventure sort of thing. So they're all like giving like their advice and opinions on what's going on in like the corners of your screen, and then you as the player are like, okay, whose advice do I want to follow? And
Yeah.
you know, the game actually has different outcomes based on that, and it also has different like leveling for your Reimu character based on that. It has different like dialogue and etc. Like there's even like a stat specifically for like which character has the most like influence throughout your playthrough.
Okay.
So yeah, you just kind of pick like a character or two, and you're like, yeah, okay, these are gonna be the characters that you know influence me the most. That's kind of what I did. Or you can just like you know wing it and like you know see what you know happens if you just pick whatever seems like the best option at the time. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll try maxing out some influence, see what happens, and yeah, it's I haven't finished this thing. I'm on the last chapter of it. There's 5 chapters to this thing, and gameplay is basically just you get different types of dice, and you roll different types of dice that have just different like number values on them. They're all 6-sided, but they might all have like a 0 on them, or they might be like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, 9, 10, or something like yeah. It you know it's just different number values, and the dice maybe have like a multiplier value. My favorite dice has probably been dice that has a times 0 on it, so it makes anything you roll a 0. That's been really useful. There's like dice that just like simply clone other dice. Those have been really useful. So yeah, it's basically you just go through, and it's you know choose your own adventure. This game is interesting in its like chapters because the chapters themselves have virtually nothing to do with the Toho world, Toho lore. It feels as almost like this game was like conceived, and then that adding in like the Toho characters on top was an afterthought.
Yeah.
But it's like it's kind of fine. Like the game's like interesting enough without the Toho characters, and with the Toho characters, like yeah, I you know I get my little Toho like Subway Surfers every now and then to keep me engaged in the game world. So,
Yeah.
it's fine. The like definitely the most interesting one so far has been like this like circus level where you have different like clowns trying to do different get you to do different dice rolls, basically like specific dice rolls. A lot of like puzzles around like getting the different dice rolls and figuring out what the clowns want you to do and stuff like that. So it's definitely like used the game's mechanics to its limits, I would say, with that one. So that one was a lot of fun. But yeah, there's been a lot of fun adventures in the game. It's a very like very slow paced game. And the soundtrack isn't all that great. I did buy the like there was like 2 DLC soundtracks that I haven't tried out yet. But yeah, for Toho game the soundtrack's been a little disappointing, but yeah, it's fun. I gotta finish the thing. I like I said, I'm on the final chapter, and it's definitely like the sort of thing that they expect you to do multiple runs of. So I might try and do another run of it. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you just got this game on a whim, right?
Yep.
That's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just checking it out. Okay. Marisa of LIartop Mountain. Yeah, I watched you play some of this. It's got a good like diorama like look to it. I kind of like the look. Yeah.
Yep. It's neat.
Yeah, cool thing. Yeah, very neat. Very neat. Speaking of neat, you've been playing some Magic the Gathering as you do. What you been doing out there in the real world?
Oh no! So what I put on here was actually MTG Arena. So I was playing the online version of this a bit. Yeah,
not on the digital world.
Mm-hmm.
Internet shenanigans.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena content on YouTube. I kind of like just put it on for like background noise a lot of times. And so I was like, I watched so much of this game. I don't actually play it. I haven't played it in like months and months. I should probably try playing this thing. And so
yeah,
I booted it up and was messing around with my my go-to mono black demon human tribal with Jaren, the corrupted bishop. And yeah, it was fun. I was doing some sort of aristocrat mid-range stuff. And yeah, and I also played a little bit of did a little bit of standard with a mono blue tempo deck that I was playing, so that was pretty fun. But I was just kind of dabbling with it. Probably won't get too deep into that game again, but I felt like playing some Magic the Gathering. I'm like, I'll just play some Arena, see what happens, and yeah. I had some fun with it, but I prefer it. I definitely prefer it in paper than online. So
yeah, you got to bust out your sweetest decks to battle your friends. I understand.
Like my Hatsune Miku Angel Tribal, yeah.
That you've been pumping this up, and I'm like, dang, okay, all right. Yeah, that's Hatsune Miku and Miku we trust, right?
Real.
That is real for sure. Yeah, so a little bit of Magic the Gathering Arena. Yeah, you do usually play in person, so it's interesting you were touching that. So yeah, it's October. It's spooky month. We should be playing more spooky games. At least I think so. So I've been kind of touching a couple. Silent Hill F. Now that I finished Baby Steps and Silksong, that's cleared my plate for those things. Silent Hill F is my main squeeze for PlayStation playing. So I'm going to be playing more of that. I only put another 10-20 minutes in that. I regret to say, but yeah, hopefully by next podcast it'll be done. That's going to be my main thing this coming weekend is to blow through that. But the game I kind of put more time in for horror stuff is Cronos: The New Dawn, which I mentioned. I think it was a month or so ago when it came out. By Bloober Team. I think this was the team that did The Medium, which is not a very good game. But Bloober Team as a studio is very talented now. It feels like they're just getting in the reps for making horror games. Like they're just making a lot of interesting stuff. And they're making the Silent Hill games as their like marquee stuff now, where they finished 2, they're going back to 1, and they're probably going to remake 3 after that, and or do a new one just on their own. So it's interesting to see what Bloober is doing. You know, Silent Hill F is not a Bloober team game; it's a Neobards game. But it's good to see Silent Hill alive and well, right? Regardless. But yeah, Bloober team made Cronos the Dawn. It's basically a new horror IP. I put another hour and a half into it. Um, I will say, vibes are working for me. The music is great. It looks all actually really good. I could see how well they optimized it for console because it's on Switch, which I think we mentioned as well. It feels like it could actually run pretty well on there. It doesn't seem like a very graphically demanding sort of game. Um, but the thing that shocked me about this, and there's a little bit of this in like Resident Evil, whatever. I mean, that's kind of what those games are. Is resource management. This game is so stingy with resources, which you mentioned you might actually like. Is it really pushes back on you in that way, where it's not like hey, I found a case of shotgun shells. It's like, no, you found a shotgun shell, good for you, and you're like, oh no, I have 4 monsters chasing after me, what do I do? Like, it really gets you to think. So the interesting thing about the combat in this thing is that there are no alternate fire modes for your guns, but there is a more powerful per shot function. So basically, you can hold down the trigger, the aim function, basically, and then let go, and it'll increase the power per round, which is really interesting. Instead of having like better weapons or something, which you can upgrade these things for sure, but like instead of getting more attributes to them or whatever, you basically just every shot packs a harder punch if you hold down longer, which is kind of cool. And you need to really not miss a shot in this thing too, because like the creatures you fight are called orphans, which is a great name. It's such a good name for a horror game cadre of enemies, basically. Um, but when you miss a shot, oh, it feels bad. It feels so bad. And they do a lot of bobbing and weaving, very Resident Evil 2 style. Um, so like it is absolutely crucial that you hit these shots. Be it with a shotgun, be it with a handgun, whatever. Like there's not a lot of ammo. You can craft ammo, you can pick up ammo and stuff like that, but it's very, very limited, at least in the early game from where I'm at. So it teaches you like how to use your environment. There's a lot of red barrels around, I'm not gonna lie. Um, there's a lot of hey, let's kite you over here and blow this barrel up so we can get 3 for 1, right? Um, and it seems like the melee and stomp functions are pretty lacking. I don't think they're very good. I don't even know what they're there for. It feels like you can't even. If you ran out of bullets, I think you'd just be screwed. I don't think you can fight your way through with melee. It feels very like no. You need to make sure you have the right resources to do this. So it's not perfect on the gameplay front, but it is genuinely interesting. I haven't seen this tight of a um, resource gathering in a horror game, so it's interesting to see how tight they are with that stuff. But again, it's like a Silent Hill F thing. It's like a 10 to 12 hour game. Got to be picking at this one throughout the month. I need to finish some horror stuff while I'm in the mood. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it for Cronos. Cronos: The New Dawn. And then the last 2 things I wanted to talk about are I touched the re-releases of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 just to kind of see how they run. They do run really well. They're very sharp ports of those games. I'm a Super Mario Galaxy 1 guy. I finished that game 100% on Wii, original Wii. Um, that was a good time. 2, I haven't played that much of, so I might be playing more 2 than 1. It's kind of I'm not sure, dealer's choice on that. I guess we'll figure out which one I'm more into. But 2, I have less familiarity with. I never beat that one, so it's just nice to have Galaxy 2 out again. I guess um, it took them long enough. I mean, they put out that 3D All Stars bundle years ago, and they're just like, you only get one, idiot.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
do it too.
was
So.
classic Nintendo.
Yeah, it's classic Nintendo. Hopefully, they put out those Metroid Prime games before 4, but it's not looking very likely, is it?
Yeah.
So. Um, that'd be nice to have the entire series on there, but I digress. I digress. Um, and the last thing I got to was I started Ghost of Yotei. So disclaimer here: I haven't played this that much of this game, maybe an hour. just to kind of get the vibes and everything. I went for a shotgun approach like I do all the time, but I feel like I went really crazy this time where I touched a lot of stuff. I'm like an hour here, an hour there. I need to really, instead of
So
diversifying, I need
where
to
does this game fall in the Yoshi timeline? Is this like before like Yoshi's story, or is this like during like Yoshi's Island, or like is this before Super Mario World, I guess, or is this like, you know?
Are you talking about Ghost of Yotei?
Yeah, Ghost of Yoshi. I thought you said Ghost of Yoshi.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I said Ghost of Yoshi, that's very funny on my part.
No,
I
you
have to say.
didn't.
Yeah,
That's
Ghost of
you.
Yoshi. You cut that idiot up with a katana. That's what I
Yeah,
think they
yeah.
need,
So
which would be good.
yeah, I mean that, you know,
If
that's
Yoshi.
what that character needs. I think he needs like a dark, gritty era.
Oh
Let's go back to like the like early 2000s, like gritty, dark heroes. Like, what happened to those
oh
guys?
yeah.
Where are those guys
Go
now?
back to God's Country on that. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with
yeah.
you.
We need more
Yeah,
Devil May Cry, more Shadow the Hedgehog, you know, more
yeah,
gritty,
yeah. Now
dark,
we're
you know.
talking.
Yeah.
I want everything to be piss yellow and or
Yes.
brown. Baby.
Yes. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that remake of like Metal Gear Solid 3 ruined the piss color hue to everything, you know.
Yeah, it's too lush. I want it piss yellow,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Piss yellow, please. Yeah.
That's
That
what
needs
HD means to me.
they
Is
need to
1080 browns.
they need to put that on a shirt. Piss yellow, please. Put that on a
We should
t-shirt.
make.
We should make
Let's just
that.
make
That's our first
Sure.
merchandise right there.
I have Canva. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Piss yellow, please.
In huge block letters, piss yellow, please.
Piss yellow, please. Maybe like, yeah, I don't know, like throw something that alludes to like HD era or something.
Yeah, give me my muddy 1080p reds and browns. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I think of that era, I just think of Gears of War for some reason.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was like the poster child for that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's so real. His neck muscles, you can see him.
Oh my gosh. He's a buff man.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got the guns.
Yeah. Speaking of guns, Ghost of Yotei, they have guns in here, which is kind of interesting. It's like turn of the century samurai fiction, which is kind of cool. It's like Red Dead Redemption era stuff, like original Red Dead Redemption, where it's like turn of the century, like the age of the samurai is almost done. There's like actual guns now. I think if it's not late 1800s, it's early 1900s. It's
Oh, so
not,
this is like Meiji, like restoration era. Okay.
yes.
Huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
I believe that's the case. Maybe I'm off base. I want to say that's the case.
Mm.
There are firearms in this, so
Mm.
yeah. So starting this thing out, the presentation is just off the charts. It is such a good looking game. Oh my gosh, there's like a really beautiful. You play Ghost of Tsushima. They have a lot of like that paintbrush sort of like aesthetic for like the interstitial cutscenes between their actual cinematics. They do that a lot here. But everything I'm seeing story wise is so boilerplate. It's painful. Like, oh, my family got killed. I got to go hunt 6 of them that have wild animal based names.
Yeah.
You play video games like this. Like it is so.
They think they're Kojima.
Sure. It just there's no like substance to it so far. It's very much revenge fiction. It's very Kill Billy. Like maybe that's the point. I don't know. She wears a yellow gi.
Hey.
It could be that too. But
Lay off of Kill Bill. Okay, that's
there are
sacred
worse things to crib
territory.
off of. There are worse things to crib off of.
Yeah,
Kill Bill is.
I get what you're saying. They're cribbing off of it. You're not saying anything about it against Kill Bill. Hopefully.
No. Kill Bill 1 and 2 are fantastic. Yeah. But it's very derivative. It's just derivative. That's what it is. I mean, hell, Assassin's Creed Shadows that came out earlier this year, very similar to this game, especially in setup. Like you play as a female assassin slash ninja, shinobi lady, whatever. Your parents, or basically your parent dies. Your father specifically dies, and you have to go hunt down literally gang members in both games. Like that is the setup for both of those games, and it's kind of shocking because they're made by two different companies. It's not a new idea, and you can see how derivative that is because it is in a game that came out this year. That idea, but it also feels like not the point. Like the story doesn't feel like the point. It feels like the impetus for being a character and doing a bunch of interesting stuff in an open world, which is fine. The first hour of this game is very cinematic heavy. It's doing a lot of like contextual tutorials, like you have those samurai duels where they come up to you and you go witching witching and kill them, really quick. They do that here. There's like a nice cinematic boss fight with this guy called the Snake at the beginning. Um, and yeah, it seems like the main character is a lot stronger than Jin. I came around on Jin a little bit with the DLC. He became more interesting. But the issue I had with Tsushima was the whole honor and loyalty thing. It's good in practice, but like making your player base feel bad for using stealth is weird. And that's kind of what they did story wise in Ghost of Tsushima 1. And this one, it's like it doesn't matter. You're just like killing your enemies any way you can is the point, you know, and they don't shy away from it. You can do kind of whatever you want, attacking like bases or whatever, is what it seems. So, um, yeah, like I said, an hour in, just getting a lot of like setup here, a lot of flashbacks, a lot of like uses of the DualSense controller, like touch this touchpad to strum this guitar. There's a lot of like feel the wind, man, flick the freaking touchpad and show where you're
and
going, man.
then like wind starts blowing out of your controller into your.
Yep. Yep.
That'll be the PlayStation 6.
Yeah, real.
The
sure.
the controller really will like blow air at you to like, and you'll be like, "Whoa, this is the future!" Yeah. And it'll have like
feel
the
4D. Yeah.
Your copy of Astro Butt will have fart smelled canister that you can put inside of your DualSense controller. So every time Astro Butt does his fart joke, you get to smell it too. It's the future.
You're so right. The future of video games is actually the game.
Yeah.
It's just the game.
See, they call it they call it the DualScents controller, but like sense instead of.
Oh my god, you are actually a genius.
I know. I know. I'm so good at this.
I mean, let's be honest. Calm down a little bit about it, but let me tell you, that was a genius move by you. Don't let it go to your head.
I will. Don't worry. I will.
You will. Game Sense. Oh my goodness. I had a title for this thing, which is Lo-Fi for Murder 2, but Game Sense is pretty good. Or DualSense is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess I don't mean to throw you off track of your Ghosts of Yotei stuff, but we didn't really mention the PS6 stuff. Did we want to talk about any of that real quick?
Yeah, we'll kind of mention it.
Okay.
But just kind of wrapping up the beginning of Yotei. It seems interesting. I'm gonna finish Assassin's Creed Shadows first. I've decided the games are too similar, and I'm deeper into Shadows. I'm just gonna mainline the story there and then hop over to Yotei, probably in November. So that's kind of how I feel, and I have a lot of other stuff to play in the middle too. So I will be back to Yotei by the end of the year for sure, but I'm not sure when I'll get to it. But yeah, it's a good start, strong start. But yeah, it uses the PS5 technology pretty well. But yeah, PS6 stuff. Let's talk a little bit of that before we get into our little topic here. There's been some interesting stuff of late, like maybe some console SKUs, maybe some Switch ideas for PlayStation 6s. Do you remember kind of the leaks here? I assume this is what you're referring to, is the leak PlayStation, right?
Yeah, they had some leaks. I didn't really pay too much attention, to be honest. I was hoping that you had kind of paid more attention to it. You're usually the PlayStation guy, to be honest.
Yeah, so the idea is, and this won't be a long thing, this is just an interesting idea. It's not even set in stone either. This is just like conjecture as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know if there's patents out for this stuff, but there is hearsay that Sony's next console is going to be a Switch like, or at least one SKU of it will be. They'll have a main base PlayStation 6. There'll be like a Xbox Series S version, like PlayStation 6, where it's like lower spec and not as expensive and maybe all digital. And then they're going to have this like kind of like mid-gen handheld PlayStation Vita 2 or whatever the hell that can run most PS5 and 4 games and then maybe some 6 games, but you can take it with you. And it's actually native, not just the PlayStation Portal. Um, I will say personally, I love my Switch dearly. If they made another Vita, like, I would be so on that. I can't even tell you. I don't know if I would buy the next generation console. I probably will, but I'm definitely, absolutely getting a handheld PlayStation. It's the number one place I play. I love trophies. If you just make all my games portable, you have my money. That's just what I think about it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, might be interesting to see. I don't know if I'd buy in, but I've been seeing a lot of stuff that's like 2027 ish launch window.
Yeah, about right. Because it came out in 2020, the five,
Mm-hmm.
which is that we're already 5 years in. But
That's insane.
once you get, it seems weird to hear like, oh, we have 2 years left of this generation that doesn't feel like it's popped off yet. It feels like this is the year
Yeah.
everything off. You know, it feels like very late for
And
that.
yeah, it's like
But
5 years
honestly,
in,
like,
and they're finally putting games on this thing. Like, it's kind of
yeah,
insane.
it's kind of it's like a byproduct of the PS4 generation had so many bangers, so everyone was just
Mm-hmm.
kind of at the wrong time, and also COVID really hampered some production stuff.
Yeah.
So it feels like this year is like the dam opened up for sure on a lot of this stuff. But even PlayStation hasn't been shipping a lot of things lately. Like this, it's like this and oh my gosh, technically marathon stuff, but like that game is not going to come out this year. I don't think they swear it will. I don't think so. I'm trying to think what else PlayStation put out this year. It's not that much. It's like a few things. Whereas like Xbox has put out way, way, way more games, and they're continuing to ship. Um, but yeah, it's potentially a PlayStation 6 would be cool. It might just be better to buy a PC. I don't know. It kind of depends. They have to justify it. I would have to see what they would put on that. You know, if it'd be backwards compatible, that's the reason enough for me. Since I most of my games are on PlayStation, um, it's good enough reason for me to get it. But I would absolutely get a handheld, regardless of what I would do with the next generation console. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
kind of the idea. Is PlayStation
on
stuff.
on the
But
PlayStation thing, and we were just talking about, we kind of mentioned Croc. I just saw this article. It says Crocs basically they're putting out for that like remaster that we were talking about. They're putting out a new version of that remaster that kind of like just came out in like April, and
yeah,
but it's like a free update because they didn't have enough trophies for you to get a platinum in like Sony's like trophy system. So they're calling it Croc Platinum Edition.
oh, that's funny. That's funny.
It adds enough trophies for you to be able to get a platinum in that game. So, but
That's so
they
funny.
got a bunch of other new stuff in there too that they're adding, like time attack and whatever. So,
Okay, I
Croc
hear Croc is
fans
a
rejoice.
yeah. I hear that that's a fine character platformer.
Speaking of Croc, the other thing I was looking into was that Yuka replay just came out. Do I need to play that thing?
Oh, Yuka replay.
Yeah.
You don't need to play the original at all. I
No,
don't
I
think
heard that original isn't great, but I've heard that this remake is actually like pretty good.
solid. Yeah, I hear it's at
Yeah.
least solid. It
Yeah.
fixes a lot of issues with that original release.
Yeah.
And they also like do a lot of like mechanical changes, which was a lot of the problem is
Yeah.
that it didn't control very well.
Mm-hmm.
So if they,
Yeah, that game looks really good
they
too. That compared to the original. The original looked really
oh,
like a Babby's first Unity game, whereas
oh
the game like it looks like fairly like AAA. Honestly, like that you could
yeah,
replay. The graphics look really good on that thing.
yeah, I think I'm with you there. Um,
There's
but
just
yeah,
so many
I,
things
I
coming out right now that
yeah, I know.
yeah.
I really wish they would have just put out an update for the original because I just own the original, but
Mm,
it might be a market difference where it kind of is a new game. So
that's what
I
it
don't know.
seems like. It seems like an entirely new game from what I've been seeing.
The idea of a modern Banjo Kazooie is a good one. It's just the execution seemed a little lacking, but yeah, it just came out.
Yeah.
It's only $20 or $30. It's not that
Yeah.
much. So
Yeah.
yeah, I need to check that out at some point. But who's got the time this year at least? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
So,
mean, yeah. I spent a lot of time playing through Patapon again. So.
That's a good segue. Yeah, let's talk about it. That's the thing that you finished was the
Yeah,
original.
yeah. I picked up that Patapon 1+2 replay on Steam. I bought Patapon for a third time now. And I I got the hankering to play that thing again because I was playing through Ratatan and I got in a weird spot in Ratatan where I just didn't feel like I was making great progress necessarily. And the roguelike nature of that, I was just felt like I was fighting the same things over and over again. I'm like, I need a change of pace, but I still want to do the like Patapon thing, so I'm just gonna play Patapon 1. So I kind of just bought the thing, and then I finished it the same day that I bought that Patapon 1+2 replay. um, that game isn't very long. It's like a 10-hour game.
Okay.
And I had a lot of experience like running through that thing on like the PSP and stuff, so I kind of knew what I needed to do in order to like break that game open. So I was just getting the rare pawns I needed in order to farm the rare materials that I needed to get better rare pawns, and I had an army of 6 purple Yumi pawns by the time I was at Despair, which Despair is a level that you're supposed to lose, but I ended up winning it because I had too strong of an army.
Nice.
The scripted level that you're supposed to lose and get a like basically you go to like this swamp and get like this catapult and then come back with this catapult and get through this fortress, but I was able to do it with just my archers.
Oh wow, that's funny.
They
That
were
seems kind
kind
of
of
broken.
yeah, I know they're very broken. When you know what to do, you can kind of break that game open. And so and like right after that, the swamp area that you unlock lets you get your spear, your Yaripon to purple, and so once you do that, then you can either like get a melee unit to purple, or to you can try to get them to the highest tier, like the teal sort of color. But that's what people usually do with like the melee units. But I prefer to go all range, so I kind of just kept my my melee units pretty weak. I had them at like the second tier, the orange tier. And then I waited until I had access to the megapons, and
Okay, gotcha.
they have kind of like a trumpet that they attack with, like a music sort of note thing that they do.
Okay.
And so I just had all ranged units, and I had them all, got them all to purple, and then I just kind of swept through the rest of the game. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, Patapon 1. Do you prefer that over 2?
yeah. One is just it's kind of my same thing with Pikmin 1 versus Pikmin 2. Like Patapon 1 is just such like a like streamlined experience. Like you know exactly what to do. You have like this exact like set of things like A, B, C, D to get to, you know, the end goal. Whereas like Patapon 2 is like you have like this like upgrade tree that you do with your Patapon, and like it has a lot of just weird mechanics, and like the multiplayer is like in that one, and it's not even implemented in the replay version of the game, so you can't even do the multiplayer. So you're just doing the multiplayer with the bots, and it, it's weird. It's a weird game. I've never actually beat Patapon 2 because it's hard for me to get into that one. Kind of, I might try and get around to it, but I've gotten pretty far into that game, but it's just not as strong as that initial game. I don't think. A lot of people will say otherwise. A lot of people like 2 more because there's a lot more to do in 2. It's a lot bigger of a game. And the timing on the rhythm aspect of that game is way easier on 2 than it is on the first one. That first one is brutal on the rhythm timing. But yeah, it's like to the point where like I can't even wear like a Bluetooth headset for that first one. I have to have like a direct connection for the timing of the like rhythm. Otherwise, I can't keep up the rhythm exactly. So I was I was doing some pretty intense rhythm pieces when I was in voice chat with you while playing this thing towards the end of the thing.
Yeah, I remember we were like stressed out about it.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal on its timings. And like I was doing some forging of divine weapons, and that has like very strict timing on the rhythm for that minigame.
Yeah, right.
It's a fun experience if you like rhythm stuff and you like real time strategy stuff, army management stuff. It's fun for that piece of it.
Okay. Cool.
I like that thing a lot, and it was really fun to crack that thing open and like sequence break essentially. So it was very satisfying. Sure.
Cool. Oh, I bought Yooka-Laylee, by the way, because there was a discount for people that own the originals. So.
Oh yeah, that's good of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like $20 compared to 30. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Really nice of you. So, yeah, good for them. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Anything you want to say about Ratatan before we move off the games and do our quick little topic?
Yeah. I mean, I said a little bit about it, but it that game. I like that game. I just have to take it in like bite-sized pieces. Like I'm currently on the third world of that thing, and there's like 5 or 6 different worlds. And you have to go through like all the worlds in sequence whenever you do a run. So runs get pretty lengthy. Like I'm already starting to feel them getting pretty lengthy. I'm only on world 3. And so I don't know. It's odd. I like it. I like the roguelike aspects. I feel like that's good direction for the game. It just needs to be a bit more roguelike, I think. More variety would be nice, especially in the like enemies and bosses. But overall, it's really fun. Some of the best like music and sound design in the series, I think. And yeah, it's it's just like the boss that I'm at right now. It feels like I just need to do some like runs just to get strong enough to even be at like a decent like place for this current boss.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of awkward, and so but yeah, I've been liking it. I like it quite a bit. Like the sound design, and I'd say like the like art for this one is definitely better than the Patapon series.
Oh yeah, it's such a good looking game. I love the look of Ratatan.
Yeah,
it looks amazing.
But yeah, the like gameplay itself, I think I still prefer Patapon 1 slightly. But Ratatan has more replayability. I think it will have more replayability when it's like does the full release, because it's technically still in early access. So, yeah, they'll work on that piece of it, I'm sure. So,
I'm sure they will, for sure. Well, that's it's a lot of video games. What do you say? I mean, that's we covered a fair bit. There'll be even more next week, believe it or not.
Yeah.
We're not done with them. Like I said, November is like
we're not done with video games.
No,
the video game podcast is not done with video games, folks.
Yeah, hot scoop from the presses. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, we got a little topic. Let's jump into. It's not going to be very long because it is getting a little late on our side. But I wanted to kind of talk about our top 5 favorite Pokemon, just straight up from any gen, any evolution, whatever you got.
Before we get into that, did we talk about the whole year thing?
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
I
Let's
am.
throw
I
that.
have this to say. So before we get into our topic, which is going to be fun, we did bring up, or at least I remember it anyway. We've been doing this whole thing for over a year now.
Yeah.
So congrats to us. Fully for us. We
Yippee.
recorded an episode over a year ago, the first episode, but it actually came out 2 years, or two days after current right now.
Yeah.
So the 18th of October
Yeah.
was the first episode. It's the 16th today. So,
Yeah.
it's technically been a year since we've started this. So
Yeah.
it's been fun. I've really enjoyed doing it. It's a good hobby to kind of lean into, right?
We're the most popular podcasts out there, I'm sure. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, all of our haters are thumbs downing.
That's
this
right.
as we speak.
Right. And you can totally find us if you look us up on YouTube. I totally couldn't find us when I searched us up on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
there's got to be a better way. We need to trademark this thing, so we'll figure out.
We gotta.
Hopefully, we're the only kids on the block at some point. That's the goal.
YouTube, please stop making us invisible. I don't know why you've made us invisible, but can you stop that?
Hard to search, like, genuinely. So
yeah, like I search our like channel literally, and nothing comes up. I'm like, dang, YouTube hates us. What did we do? Did we piss in their Cheerios?
Piss in their Cheerios, yeah. Piss yellow, please.
Piss yellow, please.
Yeah. Piss yellow, please. That's going on a shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those that have been listening, Cam, you're a real one. Thank you.
Real, our biggest fan.
So real. He is literally our biggest fan. He comments. We love you, Cam. Keep listening. If you like it, share it, please. Word of mouth does us good. We're a small little operation, and we do it for funsies. So
we do, but we'd like to have an audience because that makes it more fun. Yeah. Having people to engage with.
It does make it more fun. Yeah. Yep, 100%. And this is good for posterity's sake because people will go back and listen. That's just how successful podcasts get one day. Is people go like, "Oh, how did it start?
How did it start? It sucked. Wow, this thing really sucked." But then
no, there's technical issues for sure. But we've had podcasts.
I so badly would love to find the time to try and go back and attempt to fix some of the technical audio issues and things, but I don't even know where to begin. But
we're allowed to fail. We're allowed to fail too. It's part of life. Have you ever learned anything from victory? No, you learn from failure, 100%. So yeah, thank you for those who've stuck around. It's been a good time. We'll continue to listen. We got more stuff to talk about. So
yeah, we're always drifting.
We're so drifting, and let's drift into our quick topic. It's top 5 Pokemon.
Yeah. There we go.
I appreciate you bringing that up. That was something we talked about and I forgot to bring up. So
we like these silly little guys, these silly little Pokemons.
Silly little Pokemon, yeah. So I'm so vanilla about this, dude. I'm gonna be real with you.
He's gonna say Pikachu.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. No, I'm very vanilla about this. I have 5. You're gonna be like, oh, this is so basic, but I don't know. I just got to be honest with you. I'm gonna list my 5, and I'm gonna want to hear your 5. We'll make this very quick. So let's just take it from the top. I got a couple legendaries in here. I do because I love me some legendaries. But my top 5 goes like this, in no particular order, but the first one's at the top because he's the best. Squirtle's number 1. I'm sorry, I don't care about any evolution. It's Squirtle. Squirtle's my boy. I have so many plushes of Squirtle. I have a coffee mug of Squirtle over there. I have a Squirtle shirt. Squirtle's
Listen, I like Squirtle. I do like. I don't like the other two, but I like Squirtle. I don't like the War Turtle and Blastoise.
I think War Turtle is ugly.
Yeah, Blastoise. I think Blastoise is kind of ugly too. He's just kind of weird design.
No, stop.
I like Squirtle though. I like Squirtle. I like him in Smash Bros. He's fun.
Yes. Yeah. Pokemon Trainer's great.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Yep.
But yeah, Squirtle's my number 1. He is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love that guy so much. Love that guy. He's the best. Legendary. I love Lugia. I know Lugia sucks, okay?
No, I like Lugia.
I love his design. I love that he's got wing hands. I love the way you encounter him in Gen 2. It's so fun.
I used to be a huge Lugia fan when I was a kid, but as I got older, I started liking Ho-Oh more. I think I like Ho-Oh more now.
Definitely. I could definitely see that.
I think Ho-Oh is really cool.
I like Crystal because you can get both of them.
Yeah.
So
I had
that's
this
why.
weird thing about Ho when I was a kid. Was like, oh, he's just Moltres again. Why did they just do Moltres
No,
again? But Ho-Oh's
it's
very
not though.
different. Ho-Oh's
It's
very
so
different.
different.
Ho-Oh's way better than Moltres, honestly. I do
Oh
like
yeah.
Ho-Oh quite a bit out of those
Well,
like two.
the three Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno are okay. They're very basic because
They're
they're the
very
first one.
basic, yeah.
Ho-Oh, I love Ho-Oh's design. It's very like
Mm-hmm.
floral and peacocky. I love the look
I
of that
like
thing.
it a lot, yeah.
Yeah, the tail is just
Yeah, it's very cool.
pristine. I love it. My next one. I love this one so much because it's so unattainable these days. Hoopa. I love Hoopa. Hoopa's
Hoopa,
so
that's
cool.
funny.
I know it's
That
lame
thing's
kind of,
hard
but
to get, yeah. That thing's cool though.
it's so hard to get. They
That thing was
have a
so broken in that Pokemon MOBA. What was that thing called?
yeah.
I used to play that thing all the
Yeah.
time.
Unite.
Yep. Yeah, I used to
Yep.
play Hoopa all the time. It was so broken. It's like
Yeah.
that. I'd play like support with Hoopa, and then I'd play like jungle with Absol, and that thing was insane too. So
Yeah. Hoopa's so cool because I love how unattainable it is. Like
mhm.
they only give out Hoopa at very specific intervals, but it seems like they might come out with it with the DLC. Hopefully they just give away some
Yeah, they're.
with the Mega Dimension stuff. So
I think you have to pay for that DLC. I think that's like a paid DLC that you have to
it's $30.
buy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they have
it
like
won't hit till February, but yeah.
they
So
have like X and Y versions of what was it, Raichu? They had like Mega Raichu X and Y or something like that they announced.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's coming day one. It's probably coming with the DLC, I imagine.
yeah.
Um, I
That
don't know.
is that I don't think that DLC's day one. I think it's like later down the road.
Nope, it's February. It's February.
Yeah,
That's why I'm holding
okay,
off on it. There's no reason to get
yeah.
it right now. But yeah, Hoopa. I love that he's like in the movies. He's like an event Pokemon. He's a mythic Pokemon.
Yeah,
But I also love his design. He's like this little
yeah,
golem. I love that thing.
yeah.
Something. There's just something about him. He's just so exclusive.
He has like the ring form, and then he has like the
Yeah.
unbound form. He's like a genie.
Yes. Yeah, and there's just no proper way to get him. Like I love
Yeah.
that is a thing, you know. So Hoopa's number 3. I love Celebi. Love Celebi. I love the mythical Pokemon. They're not quite legendary, but they're not basic. I love Celebi, and I love the way you get Celebi in Crystal. I think Celebi's it's a great looking Pokemon too. I love the kind of like wood nymph fairy sort of aspect to it. Celebi's cool. It's not the greatest like Pokemon ever, but in terms of design, it's one of my favorites. I love the way Celebi looks, right? Um, and then my final one. Can you guess? It's a legendary. Can you guess which one I picked? I wonder if you can.
Uh, we'll say
It was featured heavily in Arceus. Heavily.
Dialga.
Giratina.
Oh,
Love
Giratina. Okay, yeah.
I love his design. I love his separate form in Arceus. That second form you find of him is really cool. He becomes like a centaur sort of thing. Um, I love that he's like the destroyer of worlds. He's like the evil Pokemon that people
Mm-hmm.
like talk about. He's just super cool. I love his design so much. It kind of makes me want to play Platinum. I like that so much. Yeah, Giratina. He's probably my favorite legendary just for design's sake. I I love him. I know this is a basic list, but out of everybody here, like my top 5, Squirtle's number 1,
Mm.
100%. There's just something about that guy. And like if I'm talking just full vibes, Squirtle and Hoopa, there's just something about those guys. Hoopa, there's something about that guy. I don't know what it is. He's all right, but not in a Nazi way. He's all right. As a little cloud genie man, he's all right.
For the last time, space Nazis are not all right.
Gosh. Oh my god. Lashings.
Lashings. That's right.
All right. Well, that's my 5.
Yep.
I feel pretty good about that. What are your 5? Let's hear it.
All right. We'll go from the bottom up.
Okay. Oh, okay. You got them
Yeah.
ranked. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So we'll go the bottom. We're gonna throw out. I've been debating with this. I think we gotta go with Stantler, specifically Shiny Stantler.
I can't with you. You're lying.
Have you seen this guy though? Have you seen Shiny Stantler?
I have seen Stantler.
Okay, so I had a friend who caught a Shiny Stantler. He has green as all get out, right? And so he's like, I don't want this thing. Take this thing off my hands, Noah. I'm like, yeah, okay, he's nice and green. Yeah, I'll take him. So I get this Pokemon.
Looks like a Dr. Seuss reject.
He's awesome. Like. Okay, and so I get this green Stantler. I'm like, great. He's so green. What do I name him? Reverend Green? Yes. I love him so much. My Reverend Green, I took him into so many multi-battles in Scarlet and Violet. Oh my gosh. He's so powerful. You have no idea.
Ridiculous. You are so out of pocket for that.
Reverend
that idiot ate too many green eggs and ham, that Dr. Seuss look-alike.
Real. Yeah, he's so cool. And I had like this whole lore, right? Because I had Reverend Green, and then I had Wo Chien was like my favorite legendary of that game. I love Wo Chien. He's easily the best legendary of Scarlet and Violet, hands down. Although the ones suck compared to him. And he's just this big tree snail thing. He's so funny. And like they had like that like old wise tree meme going around, and so he was like the old wise tree, and so like I had this whole lore of like, so Reverend Green is like his priest that like goes out and preaches to the masses about the greatness of Wo Chien. And then I had like several other like green shinies that I like collected and like had them all in like a little like team, and they all had like different like things having to do with like, this is like the prophet of the old wise Wo Chien.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, Hondo, with you. This is the most maidenless behavior I've ever heard in my entire life. Oh my god! He's a fool for this one.
I had so much fun with that, dude. I don't care.
The good word of Wo Chien, please.
Oh man,
this behavior. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, ever since then, I've always loved Stantler. I think he's so stupid looking. He's great.
Yeah, he is great, Stantler. I love that. What a pick! That's a real gamer pick right there.
Yeah, it's kind of a basic list. I agree.
No, that's not basic. Who would pick Stantler? Let's be real.
All right, so that was number 5. I just have an affinity for Stantler.
Starting off with a banger.
Number 4. I think I gotta go with my boy Snivy. Snivy's so cool. He's so cool. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I think he's a cool little guy. He's just chill, you know.
He is just chill. He looks like the chillest Pokemon, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big grass type guy though. Really, I like water types.
I have a big affinity for grass types. But all right. Number 3 is a tough one. Let me do a little bit of off-screen research real quick.
No, you're fine. No legendaries. Are there any legendaries on this list? That's the real question I have.
I don't know. Here, let me look at a list of legendaries and see. I mean, I talked about Ho-Oh a bit. I like Ho-Oh a bit.
Yeah.
I talked about Wo Chien, but I wouldn't say like, I definitely like Stantler more than Wo Chien.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. I did like that origin form of Palkia in Arceus. That was cool because that thing looked really a lot like Greek inspired design. That was cool.
That was a runner-up for me. Was Palkia? I'm a big Palkia.
I am too.
I don't care about Dialga.
I don't know.
I don't like Dialga at all.
Yeah, I think Palkia is way cooler.
Yeah, I bought Shining Pearl, not Diamond, anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean I love Zekrom in Black and White, and I love Kyurem and Reshiram too.
Oh, my friend, I have somebody that loves Reshiram so much.
Yeah,
like, so much. Their favorite.
a
Anything.
lot of people like Reshiram a lot. It's a really popular one
Yeah.
to like. I can see why. It's a cool design. I like Zekrom a little bit better, but yeah, I'd say let's put Hoa as number 3. I really like Hoa. I think it's such a good design. Right. It's such a good, simple design. Like, yeah. Then I think you're right about that. Number 2 has gotta be Oddish. I love Oddish. Oddish is so cool, dude. Really? Oh my gosh. I love the whole line of Oddish. Like I like Vileplume. Blossom's okay, but I like Vileplume, but I really like Oddish. I think Oddish is so cool.
He looks cool. He reminds me. He could have been the mascot. He feels very like Dragon Quest slime.
So simple of a design. Such a good, elegant design. Like,
yeah, I think you're right. That's a good pick.
And then here's some whiplash for you. Number 1, Hydreigon. I love Hydreigon.
Hydreigon?
Yes,
wow.
I love Hydreigon. I've always been obsessed with the Hydreigon ever since I got my first Hydreigon in Pokemon White. I've just adored this thing. Oh my gosh, I love Hydreigon. Easily the best Pokemon design in my opinion. It's so cool.
Very cool. The 3 heads is cool.
The 3 heads, the typing, the way it levitates, the lore behind it, like of how how just utterly chaotic of a Pokemon it is, like how it just lashes out at everything at all stages of life. Like it is such a cool Pokemon. And I will never forgive Game Freak for introducing the fairy type. Never forgive them. I love dragon types. They're my favorite. And the fairy type, just especially poor Hydreigon, 4 times weak to fairy. And fairy's like immune to dragon and like resists dark. Like, oh my, that's like all of they neutered Hydreigon when they released the fairy types. They saw Hydreigon, they're like, we can't allow this thing to exist. People can't have fun. So we have to introduce the stupid little fairy types. Here's your Pikachu clone. Here you go. You can kill Hydreigon, this giant dragon that eats things.
Yeah. Do you have any runner-ups? I have 3. Can I rattle them off?
Go for your runner-ups. I'll dig around and find some runner-ups.
I'm a huge Plusle and Minun fan. I love the way those things look.
Yeah, they're okay Pika clones. I'm not a huge fan of Pika clones.
They're Pico clones. I just like the idea of the plus and minus. It looks cool. It's a cool looking design for those. And they kind of come together in batches. I like that. And then couple of runner-ups, Tyranitar. Huge fan of Tyranitar. He carried me in Scarvy. And Dragonite. Yeah. I love Dragonite. I love how dopey that thing is.
I don't like Dragonite.
I like Dragonite. He looks like Barney the dinosaur.
I do like Tyranitar. Tyranitar is pretty solid.
Tyranitar is cool. He was so great in Scarvy. But yeah, those are my runner-ups. Any runner-ups for you for the top 5? Any like favorites you want to just shout out?
Yeah. Give me a second here. Doing some off.
Oh, you're fine. It's Mr. Mime, isn't it? It's Mr. Mime.
I am actually not a fan of Mr. Mime, to be honest.
That Mr. Mime scene from Detective Pikachu.
I could say Iron Jugular. The Hydreigon Paradox form.
Yeah.
That thing's pretty cool. I was really excited when that thing was revealed, but the way they like made that thing like smaller than actual Hydreigon kind of ruined it for me. Yeah.
And they changed the design slightly too. It's not as cool looking.
Yeah. I was really excited for this thing because it was it was like a cyber Hydreigon. Like that sounded really cool, but I don't know, just the execution I think could have been better. Which is sad.
People don't want to hear this. Scarvy is a top 4 Pokemon game for sure.
Yeah,
like especially in the state it's in now.
Yep,
that game is great. It has
especially on Switch 2. Especially on Switch 2.
That's the way you should play. If you play on Switch 1 like us, you're a sucker. You should have waited.
Real.
But I'm a sucker. I love that. I played 100 hours of that game. I love that game. 2 pieces. The DLC is fantastic. The story's actually really good, especially in the DLC. I really like the Kieran stuff and DLC stuff. And it's also got a fun legendary in that one too.
Yeah.
So that's the best Pokemon, I think, right?
I mean, I got a few more that I can scrounge up. So,
please do.
You gave a Pika clone. I'll give my Pika clone.
Okay.
I like Morpeko from Gen 8.
All right.
I think he's cool. I like the form switching. I think it's cool, to be honest.
Morpeko, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then yeah, I don't know, like there's just oh, I got it.
Okay.
Ice Q. I think Ice Q is super cool. Very underrated Pokemon.
Cool. Yeah, Ice Q's cool.
Yep. I have a belly drum Ice Q that I like running in
that reminds
online
me.
battles. It's pretty fun.
I like Milcery a lot. I love the look of Milcery.
Okay.
In Scarvy, like the animation they do, it's like a water droplet or like a milk droplet that kind of revolves around the character, which is kind of cool. I like the look of that thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just a random tidbit. But yeah, you got any other ones you want to throw our way?
Not really. No, none that. I mean,
oh, Sobble, my guy Sobble.
You like Sobble, really? I don't like Sobble.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm a what's his name? Oh my god, the freaking seal. What's that guy?
Oh, Poplio? You like Poplio?
Yeah, I'm a Poplio
I don't like the evolved forms of Poplio, but I like Poplio alright. Poplio's alright.
Poplio is a great looking Pokemon.
Yeah.
The base version is a great looking Pokemon. Yeah.
Love yeah,
Water forms until I die. Water forms until I die.
Honestly, my favorite of like the basic sort of Pokemon that people like, I'll say it. I like Pikachu. I think Pikachu's cool. Yeah.
How brave.
Right?
Brave.
Right? I think Pikachu is cool. I do like Pikachu, in fact. I'm quite a fan. I like all the different like forms and hats that they like to give Pikachu. I think it's cool.
They do the opposite of Nintendo. They're like, we're giving Pikachu hella hats.
Yes.
We're giving him so many hats.
He's allowed to have hats, unlike Goombas. Goombas are not allowed to have hats.
Unlike Goombas, no personality. They must be mandated, no clothes. Yeah.
That's right. That's what Bowser wants, and Miyamoto. They both want that.
That's right. They both want that. You're right. You're right.
I also like my basic picks. I like Mewtwo. I do. I think Mewtwo's cool.
Yeah, Mewtwo's cool. Mewtwo's cool in that Pikachu movie. I think they did a really good job with Mewtwo in that one.
Mewtwo, yeah. Mewtwo's a cool character. Basically, the ones that are in Smash Bros are cool. Because that's most of my Pokemon time is through Smash Bros.
Lucario, maybe?
I don't like Lucario. I actually hate Lucario, in fact. Lucario might be one of my least favorite Pokemon. I do not like Lucario.
Dang.
Yes.
Dang, coming on strong for Lucario.
Yes.
Golly.
Yes.
Dang.
I also don't like Gardevoir.
I don't like Venusaur at all. I hate all the Bulbasaur lines. Not my fan. I hate that Pokemon so much.
I like Bulbasaur. He's a cool guy.
I don't like Bulbasaur. I think Venusaur is the ugliest looking.
Can we at least agree that Charmander and Charizard are kind of basic, though? Like,
yes,
they're basic. Like, at least you can respect a Bulbasaur fan more than a Charmander fan.
Yeah, I think we're both on the same line there.
Yeah.
I like a Bulbasaur fine. I think Venusaur is ugly. I don't like the look of that Pokemon.
I think it's alright, but I like it. I think it's more interesting than Charizard.
People are like, he's a dinosaur. I'm like, no, he looks like a frog, and I'm not a fan of that.
I like it, but
you know what? The reason I picked water to start anyway is because of how I felt about Charmander. I'm like, I am just not a fan of this popular thing. Like Charizard, do not care. There's so much better dragon types. There's so many more dragon types.
Yes.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
He does have a really good shiny form though. Charizard shiny.
Yeah. The black Charizard looks really cool.
One of the best shinies there is. It's that, and it's like
Stantler.
Oh, well, sure, if you want to say Stantler.
I like my green shinies.
Oh my god, the green dragon. Why am I blanking on his name? He's an emerald. What the hell?
Are you talking about Salamence?
No, the legendary cover for Emerald.
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza.
Yeah.
Rayquaza's shiny form is also really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Underwhelming shiny form is not Blastoise, Squirtle. I think Squirtle's shiny form sucks.
Yeah. But, yeah.
It's just like a green. It's like a green teal. Anyway, I like it whenever shinies have like completely different palettes. Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing. And if it's blacker, the better. Like when it comes to
like some of them are just like random, like different shiny palettes, and then like some of them are like very much like no, we are making this thing this color. Like the classic red Gyarados, right? They're like, yeah, this thing is just going to be red.
Yeah. Yep. And that's one of the first shinies you ever got.
Yep. If you played those games in chronological order or whatever, then the first one you would encounter would most likely be that red Gyarados, and that one's solid.
If you lose it, you suck.
Yeah.
Because it's super easy to get. It's so easy to get a red Gyarados.
Yeah. It's cool though. I used to love Gyarados a lot. I used to love Magikarp a lot. Magikarp used to be my favorite Pokemon. I used to base like my whole online persona around Magikarp.
Magikarp. Oh god.
I was like, I had like this like YouTube AMV on my forum signature, and it was like this Magikarp fighting Pikachu from the Pokemon anime. And it was like, die mother effer, die mother effer, die mother effer, die mother effer, die. It was so good. Oh my, I get chills just thinking about that AMV. It was so cool.
It's not an AMV if it doesn't have Suicide Boys on it. That's the way I think.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Naruto AMVs, and they all have Suicide Boys.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's all they sound like.
Good stuff.
Anyway, we like Pokemon. That's a few of them. Those are some of our.
They're cool. None of those will probably be in the new ones, so maybe Pikachu. They might throw him in there.
Well, Pikachu's definitely in there. I've seen a Pikachu in that game. So, if you had to guess, Pikachu would be in a game. It's probably in the game, probably. So, yeah, that's a little bit of the list. So. Little bit of a quick hit for the other media stuff we've been getting into because it is late as hell. Let's get through this. Real quick, I've been watching some horror stuff. Some things that I've watched. 28 Days Later, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween Kills, and it says Friday the 13th, but I didn't get to it. We watched The Maze Runner tonight instead. So I've been watching some stuff, kind of getting to the Halloween mood.
Spooky.
I don't know if you've seen any of the Halloween movies. Just a quick aside. Michael Myers is the main antagonist of those things. Dude, Halloween Kills, he kills so many people in that movie in very, very sharp ways. It is shocking how many people he kills in that movie. Not a good movie, but good Michael Myers. So.
I know Halloween, I know like horror movie mascots because I play Dead by Daylight, so I know like all of them because I play Dead by Daylight. I don't really watch them, but I play the game. So
yeah, that movie is not great. That's the sequel to the reboot series. That the original reboot for just regular Halloween 2018 was really good, but this is the kind of middle point, and then there's Ends, which I need to watch. Yeah, Kills wasn't awesome, but Michael Myers was awesome, I would say. And then I finished Shampoo. We're ready to do that, so maybe we'll get to that here pretty soon. Yeah, we'll bust it out, kind of talk about the last batch of those episodes. And just some random anime. I'm watching One Piece. Of course I am.
It's real. The One Piece is real.
Shocking nobody. I'm in Thriller Bark now, which is basically like Halloween themed. It's kind of perfect. So, a lot of zombies, a lot of skeletons. It's great. It's awesome. You meet Brooke, he becomes a new Straw Hat. He's a skeleton man. So, I'm excited. It's a good time. I love One Piece, obviously. I talk about One Piece a lot on here. But yeah, That's what I got. You been watching anything?
Yeah. I've actually mostly been trying to get into Gintama again. I've been trying
Yeah,
to.
I watched some Gintama too recently.
Yeah. Yep. That series is fun. I was like 60 or so episodes in, but I decided to just start over.
Just recently,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm liking it so far. So,
I like the premise of Gintama. It's fun. It's like,
mhm.
hey, this is old samurai times. Aliens showed up. I kind of love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of in a way it's kind of like poignant for that like culture because like that kind of did happen when like the
Yeah.
Americans were like, open up your borders, that I mean that kind of was what it was like for them. So, it's just
Culture shock almost.
yeah, it's very like, played up in that show, but it's in a way like definitely
Yep.
relevant. So, but
Absolutely.
you know me, I'm watching my crappy isekais. I'm having a good
Ooh.
time. I got my
I saw one
hero
about a
without a
paladin.
class who even needs skills. Oh, this thing's so pristine. It's got like a 60% on Annie list. Oh, I'm eating it up. It's so good. Oh
Time
my
is a currency
gosh.
we cannot get back. You know what I mean?
What?
Time is a currency we cannot
Oh,
get back.
I don't need it back because I'm enjoying every second I watch of hero
Okay, well,
without a class who needs. No, get this. So okay, so the
oh,
the
here we
main
go.
character, the main character, right?
The
His
main character.
parents are the greatest like mage of all time and the greatest sword
God,
saint of all time. The sword
no
princess
way.
is his mother. And so they're like, oh, we have such high hopes for you to get a really good class because everyone in this world gets a job class assigned to them when they're of age. And
Yeah.
so the main character goes to get his job class assigned. But get this, he has no class. Oh,
Oh,
so he can't get
whoa.
skills. But
So
through
mysterious.
hard work and effort, he's able to get skills on his own merits by being the protagonist.
Good for him.
Yep.
Good for him.
Yep. It's also got like
God forbid
it's got like
God forbid a lack of like
the
full emotion.
yeah, exactly. It's got the like the stereotypical like knight girl that like is like tsundere, like oh hate you Baka,
Hello.
and then it's got my favorite character, the really dumb girl who is only wanting to like further her own like station in life. And so she like throws herself out at the like main character, and the main character's like, "Oh, I don't like you. You don't have big boobs." And she's like super stupid, and so she's like diving at like the main character, and he like dodges, and then she like face plants him. Oh, it's so pristine, dude. 10 out of 10. This is
Listen,
high cinema. High cinema.
this guy cannot ever tell me I can't watch One Piece. He's watching
This is way 1,000 times better than One Piece.
No,
1,000%
you're wrong. You're wrong.
One Piece.
Go back to China. You're wrong.
Oh, this show is so good. It's so good. It's got everything I need in an anime.
Friends,
the other crappy isekai I'm watching. I haven't been able to watch a whole lot of these things. I've been kind of busy, so I just picked out 2 that seemed really crappy. The other one that I watched, I only watched 1 episode of this one so far, and this is my gift level 9999 unlimited gacha backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge.
My God. That's not a real show. You made that up.
It's real. It's so good. Okay. So get this. So the main guy, his gift is that he has a gacha that he can do unlimited pulls on, but that only ever gives him like crappy things like rotten fruit and bent forks. And so he's an F rank adventurer. But down on his luck, he's approached by a beautiful elf woman. And she says, "Hey, I want to help you. Join our guild. We are join our party. We are the collective of races or something like that. And their party is made up of every race in this fantasy world. They got the elves, the dark elves, because those are different races for some reason. They got the oni and the demon folk, because those are different races for some reason. They have like centaurs. They have like dragon folk, and the wolf folk, and something else probably. And so they all join up and they go into like dungeons together, and he's kind of like their like luggage jockey, and because he sucks, right? And so they're like, oh, and the elf girl's like, oh, I love you, backpack jockey boy, you know, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we just got word that actually you have nothing special about you. You suck. Everything about you sucks. So we're gonna betray you. We actually hate humans. And so they betray him. But then he accidentally steps on a teleporter just before he is killed. And he is teleported to the deepest depths of the dungeon. But just then, when all hope seems lost and he's about to be killed by a giant monster, he's able to use his unlimited gacha to summon an SSSR rated gacha pull, which is a beautiful maid who is able to kill the thing in one hit.
This is just high art, is what I'm hearing. I'm just hearing high art left and right.
It's so good. And so then he swears to get revenge on those who mildly inconvenience him.
This has been
with his own hands.
This has been Stick Drift. Noah's lost it. He's lost it. We've lost the plot.
It's Pete.
He's been watching. Oh my god, he's been watching too much isekai. Someone save this boy.
To be fair, neither of these are actually isekai. These are just like really crappy fantasy. But at this point, anything that's crappy fantasy is isekai in my head. So.
We'll just call it isekai. Yeah, just isekai.
It's crappy enough. It's isekai.
You're right. You're right. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm having I'm having the time of my life watching this crap, dude.
It sounds like it.
I enjoy it so much. You have no idea. Like this.
I think I have some idea now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like that same experience of like playing like a really crappy game, you know? But you don't have to play it. Is the thing. Like the thing plays itself, so you just get to enjoy the crappiness of it without having to deal with the frustration of it. It's perfect.
So funny. Oh my god, that is perfect. You're right. Any good shows you're watching or no?
What? No, I don't watch good. No, yeah. I talked about Gintama. I'm watching that final season of My Hero.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I'm trying to get through Demon Slayer because the movie's out. I want to finish Demon Slayer, but yeah, My Hero. I need to get on that.
Yeah,
I just need to suck it up. I just need to watch the subs. I'm just not used to it, but I need to watch the subs. So that's the way
I started watching season 3 of To Your Eternity. That show's pretty good. It's a weird show. It's the one where he's like the like inanimate object and he like slowly evolves to being like a human and stuff. Yeah, that was interesting. I did binge watch all of Rurouni Kenshin, that remake recently. Not the old one, but like the remake.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked it quite a bit. Yep, I thought it was really good. Although I will say that's what kind of made me want to watch Gintama, because I'm like the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, you know, I could watch this, or I could be watching Gintama, but
yeah,
I ended up liking it, especially that second season. Like that first season's a bit slow, but that second season, like things ramp up and it gets really interesting. I'm excited for that third season.
Yeah, Kenshin's a cool character.
Yes,
it feels like that. Feels like that series kind of written for women a little bit. It feels that way.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's very Inuyasha that way. It's very shoujo. Very shoujo coded, but it's very good. Both of them are very very good. So.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that I like is very shoujo coded. Like even like Code Geass is like very shoujo coded. Like
nothing wrong.
It can
with
that Code Geass can go either way, as I see it. Like, and like the art style is very very shoujo, but the story and the mech stuff is very like male focused. So it's a weird show, but it's definitely my favorite anime. But it's a weird one for sure. Like if you really like think about the elements that comprise that thing. But I've certainly watched my fair share of like shoujo oriented stuff. So doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I get you. Well, that's a whole heap of ton of anime. I just need to suck it up and just blow through the Demon Slayer season. It's not great. I just need to finish it though. Get off my
which one? Which season? The Hashira training?
Yeah, I just got stuck with like episode 4. I'm like, this is so boring. We need to move on. It's not great.
No.
It's not. It hasn't been great since the entertainment arc. I say this all the time. And that's how the manga is too. But I hear the movie's really good and actually super long because there's a lot that kind of happens at the end. So
yeah,
I need to watch Infinity Castle.
I'm much more excited for that Chainsaw Man movie. I'm excited for that to get I love actually released because
that first season was so good.
Yeah, first season was awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I want them to make a Fire Punch show. I think that'd be great. That's a good manga too.
Yeah, people
I like Fujimoto. I read Goodbye Eri a while ago, and that completely broke me into a million pieces. If they adapt that into a movie, I will kill somebody.
I've been reading my my only manga that I read, my Destroy All Humans They Can't Be Regenerated, Volume 5 just released on that. So
I'm kind of trying to pick my next manga thing because I finished Vinland Saga. That was the big thing. I don't know the next thing I want to jump into. I'm kind of exciting.
Yeah, All Humans pretty good, but you might be waiting a bit for like releases. It's only 5 volumes so far. So
oh, that's right. I did read Absolute Batman up until current right now, and that has been so good. It's like Batman, but like unhinged. Like everything is crazy. It's like kind of like anime, like honestly.
Fun.
Where Batman's like 6'7" and he's blue collar, and the Joker's like a billionaire, and Batman's not. He's just like a regular construction worker. It's kind of sick. Killer Croc's like an actual like eldritch beast, and Bane is like a supersized 9-foot tall mongoloid. It's kind of awesome. Really like that run by Scott Snyder and his crew over there. Scott Snyder's like the best Batman writer of all time. Like he's so good. He's done so many iconic runs. But yeah, that's kind of all I've been reading. I need to get back on the manga tip. There's been some good current stuff I need to catch up on. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. You got anything else? Is that kind of it for you too?
No, I just watch isekai. Into really crappy fantasy stuff.
That was the isekai. No, you should make an isekai. One of these days we'll have a topic in one of these little bits here where you make your own isekai.
You should do that. That'll be so easy. Yeah. That'll be so easy.
It'd be so easy. Yeah, start thinking about it. We'll try to do that maybe in a couple months.
I mean, you just throw like a bunch of things on a dartboard and then you just kind of and that's how those things
Salaryman goes to fantasy world full of fairies and fighting big monsters that have big boobs, stuff like that.
The monsters have big boobs. Yeah. Ooh, we're getting a little...
You like that?
Yeah.
Like I knew you would. Yep, I knew you would. Yeah. He's such a sucker for this, guys. You hear this? Anyway, this has been Sticker. Thank you for listening. We love you so dearly. Enjoy our stuff. Please listen to it, like and subscribe, all that stuff. Get it down below. Thank you. And just as Dave Damashek says, it's been a thin slice of heaven. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.